What's up guys, this is your favorite fanfic YouTuber, the Fanfic Majesty, and welcome to another amazing video. You can follow me on Patreon for exclusive stories. 12C Chapter 296 Advertisement. The corners of Kai's mouth rose slightly, but Black Zetsu's words reminded him. What will I gain by rescuing your mother? This. Black Zetsu was stunned by Kai's question. Indeed, if Uchiha Qiye helped him rescue Otsutsuki Kaguya, what would he gain? The atmosphere was silent for a moment. Ha ha. Qiye laughed boldly. Let's do it for now, I'll talk about Otsutsuki Kaguya when I feel better. Black Zetsu could only walk away in despair. Besides Uchiha Qiye, who else can help him? Not at all, he has been waiting for thousands of years. Why should you care about this moment, Mount Myoboku? Great Toad Sage closed his eyes and looked like a fairy. There was a person half kneeling in the audience, it was Jiraiya. Fukasaku and Shima are also there. This time, the Great Toad Sage is prophesying again. However, this time the prophecy has some special circumstances. The Great Toad Sage never uttered a word. This puzzled Jiraiya. What about the good prophecy? Fukasaku and Shima, two old toads, have followed for so many years, and this is the first time this has happened. The Great Toad Sage once prophesied to Jiraiya. It is said that Jiraiya will travel around the world, and the disciples he teaches will become the sons of prophecy who will change the world. But now, both Nagato and Naruto are dead. Who else can change the world? Jiraiya is convinced by the prophecy of the Great Toad Sage. It was after Big Toad predicted that he would travel all over the world to receive apprentices, and he really traveled all over the world to receive apprentices. Isn't this just following the Toad's prophecy? Seeing that the old Toad didn't speak for a long time, Fukasaku couldn't sit still. Master Shenren, didn't you make a prophecy about this world? That's why I called little Jiraiya here. What is the prophecy? Toad Sage is Toad Pills. It lives from the days of Sage of Six Paths to the present. This is what encouraged the brothers Sage of Six Paths Otsutsuki Hagoromo and Otsutsuki Hamura to rebel against their mother Otsutsuki Kaguya. It is no exaggeration to say that Toad Maru is an NPC in the world of Hokage. Moreover, the magic of Sage of Six Paths is taught by Kamamaru. Ahem, prophecy. Great Toad Sage coughed a few times, telling the truth. Its own predictions have never failed, but now, something seems to have gone awry. Jiraiya, is there a young man named Uchiha Qiye in your Konoha village? Uchiha Qiye. Great Toad Sage really knows astronomy and geography, and has never even been out of Mount Myoboku, and knows the outside world like the back of the hand. There really is such a person. What's the problem? I predicted that your apprentice would change the world, but now, there seems to be something wrong. The people who should have become your apprentices are now dead. Died? Jiraiya's eyes widened. He had met Naruto in Konoha, and at that time, he wanted to take Naruto as his apprentice. Because Naruto has 9 tails in his body, he is also the child of his apprentice 4th Hokage. But now it is learned from the mouth of the Great Toad Sage that Naruto is dead. Also, he had previously accepted a disciple with Rinnegan named Nagato. It's really going to change the world. After Nagato attacked Konoha, Jiraiya learned from Konoha intelligence that Nagato was the leader of Akatsuki. Changed the world without success. Uchiha Qiye, speaking of the name Jiraiya still has some atmosphere. Became a Hokage advisor at a young age, and was close to Tsunade. This makes him envious and jealous. Immortal, what's wrong with this Uchiha Qiye? This, I know everything about this time, but I only know the name of it. You will bring him to me someday. Advertisement. Is this the mission? Jiraiya rolled her eyes immediately. He thought the Great Toad Sage had called him for something important. It turned out that Uchiha Qiye was brought here. After leaving Mount Myoboku, Jiraiya returned to Konoha. But he wasn't looking for Uchiha Qiye. The first thing I did was to go to the Hot Spring Hotel in Konoha to collect materials. As for finding Uchiha Qiye, you can anytime. On the ruins of the battlefield, the setting sun still has its last rays. Qiye stood up and patted the dust on his body. Aha. Stretching and yawning long, it's time to go back. Call out, a god. Kai's figure disappeared from the ruins. The next second, Qiye appeared in Konoha's Hokage office. Hey, Hokage-sama, are you the only one left? Tsunade was the only one left in the huge Hokage office. Shizune didn't know where to go either. What, boy, is everything over there resolved? Well, it's all settled now. There came from Anbu and disappeared. 9 Tails Jinchuriki disappeared from the village. Now it was Kai's turn to explain, telling everything Sasuke did to Naruto. Also, there is no Jinchuriki in the world now. Tail beasts are wild beings. At the same time, let Tsunade issue an order, so that the villagers and ninjas of the Land of Fire are not allowed to disturb the tail beast. After listening to Kai's words, Tsunade was also a little surprised. He didn't expect Uchiha Sasuke, who defected, to have Rinnegan, and he also solved Nine Tails Jinchuriki. The world is really big, there are no wonders, but the most surprising is Uchiha Qiye. Everything in this world seems to have been handled by him. I saw Qiye raised an eyebrow at Tsunade and smiled. Master Hokage, it's time to rest now, isn't it time to go to bed? Yes, indeed, Shizune has been waiting for a long time. Tsunade's moving eyes blinked. I'm not going to Tsunade's house tonight, nor to the Kai's house of the Uchiha family. It's where Shizune is. Shizune and Tsunade are two extremes. Now that Qiye has made great achievements in battle, it is natural to reward him just now. The next day, Shizune and Tsunade lay in bed and could not get up. Even if sleep makes them stronger and refreshed, but this time, they really can't. Helpless, Qiye had no choice but to wander the streets of Konoha by himself. And Jiraiya has been waiting here for a long time. Snapped, patted Uchiha Qiye on the shoulder. Qiye hasn't seen Jiraiya in Konoha village for a long time. The last time I saw Jiraiya was when I met Tsunade. Jiraiya has been in Konoha for a while. Beautiful materials from all over the world are waiting for him to collect. Intimacy Paradise is also preparing for a sequel. Kakashi is looking forward to this. Jiraiya, what's the matter? Boy, come with me to Mount Myoboku. Mount Myoboku? The three holy places, Kie Ryuchi Cave, have been visited, Shibone Forest and Mount Myoboku have never been. He also wanted to see what a good trip to Mount Myoboku could do. The toad text over there is ready too early, and the reverse summoning technique is ready at any time. Bang! Two clouds of white smoke appeared, and the figures of Jiraiya and Kie disappeared. Chapter 297. Advertisement Mount Myoboku, Hidden Village of Toads. Immortal, this is Uchiha Qiye. An old toad sat kindly on the stone platform. Looking at it, it looks like it has gone through vicissitudes. Ahem, you are Uchiha Qiye? The vicissitudes of the toad's voice blurted out. Strange, why can't I predict his fate? The Great Toad Sage, also known as Toad Maru's prophecy, is a hit. Because toads generally don't dream, but as long as they do, the dream will come true. Back in the days of Sage of Six Paths, Toad Maru once predicted that there will be another large-scale war in the future, and there will be a blonde boy standing in front of the nine-tailed beast. But now, his own predictions seem to have failed. Is it because of the kid Uchiha Qiye? It thinks so because only Uchiha Qiye. Toads that have lived for thousands of years can't see through. It's also quite sad to say. Whatever the big toad predicted, the person who was prophesied did. The big toad prophesied that Jiraiya traveled all over the world, and the apprentice he received was the son of prophecy, changing the world. But Jiraiya really did just that. This seems to be the task issued by the big toad. The name NPC is not a cover, and the Great Toad Sage predicts that Naruto will meet the octopus head, and on a happy island, he will finally duel with a boy with powerful pupils. All of this, Naruto also did it inadvertently, and then it happened. They chose to follow the trend and did not fight the predicted fate. Whether it's Jiraiya or Naruto, maybe they know that even if they resist, everything will go according to Toad Sage's prophecy. Hey, old toad, what's the matter with you? Jiraiya, Fukasaku, and Shima treat Toad Maru as a fairy. Kie is not, in his opinion. Toad Maru, who has lived for thousands of years, is nothing but a big fool. Cough, boy, you are very special, why can't I see your fate? Come on, that's all? Uchiha Qiye crossed his hands on his chest. Wouldn't it be special if you saw it? Oh, yes, it's nice to see you today. The words of Great Toad Sage shocked Jiraiya. This is the first time the big toad has said such a thing. Nice to meet a human. That's not what the Great Toad Sage said when Jiraiya came. Immortal Fukasaku and Immortal Jima did the same to this great master. What kind of existence will make the eldest man happy? They couldn't help but look at Kie a few more times. Just this human? Boy, do you want to learn the magic of our Mount Myoboku? The magic of Mount Myoboku, is this what you mean? Kai's eyes widened, and orange eyeshadow instantly appeared in the corners of his eyes. That's the sign of Mount Myoboku Sage Mode. At this moment, both Jiraiya and those two toads were stunned inside. Jiraiya has studied for so many years. Entering Sage Mode requires the help of Immortal Fukasaku and Immortal Jima, and it is not perfect. There will be frogs on the body. And Uchiha Qiye entered Sage Mode instantly, without the features of a frog. This is the perfect Sage Mode. Great Toad Sage was equally shocked inside. Generally speaking, to learn the Sage Mode of Mount Myoboku, one must practice at Mount Myoboku. Advertisement and Uchiha Qiye has just come here, and he has already met them in Sage Mode of Mount Myoboku. This is just so weird. No wonder I can't predict the fate of this kid. Could it be that this is special? Seeing Uchiha Qiye who entered Sage Mode instantly, Great Toad Sage was relieved. I can also do the magic of your Mount Myoboku. If there is nothing else, then I will leave. As soon as Qiye finished speaking, the scene fell into silence. Seeing these toads and Jiraiya didn't respond, bang. Qiye turned into a cloud of white smoke and disappeared. As early as in Ryuchi Cave, Uchiha Qiye integrated the magic of the three holy places. He doesn't have to learn the magic of Mount Myoboku at all. After a half-tone, Jiraiya waited to respond. What's going on? This is too ridiculous. Why would that kid mount Myoboku's sage mode? Ahem, maybe this is your talent, little Jiraiya. You have to do your best. You have to learn to enter sage mode by yourself. Don't rely on our two old guys anymore. Yeah, little Jiraiya, look at people. Immortal Jima next to him echoed. Jiraiya's face instantly flushed red. This is not right. He has practiced for so many years, and barely learned the sage mode of Mount Myoboku. And Uchiha Qiye, just a face-to-face like this. It's really maddening to compare people. Qiye, who left Mount Myoboku, did not return to Konoha, but went to Kirigakure, the Land of Water. The Land of Water, Kirigakure, Mizukage office. Terumi Mei has been concerned about the future of the battle since the image in the sky disappeared. Will this world fall into an illusion? Woman, are you thinking of me? A frivolous voice came to Terumi Mei's ears, and in an instant, Terumi Mei felt that her slender waist was being embraced by a rough arm. This sudden change made Terumi Mei shudder and take a closer look. Seeing this familiar figure, he breathed a sigh of relief. It's you, Master Qiye. Terumi Mei was taken aback by the ghostly appearance. Terumi Mei knew when Uchiha Qiye appeared here. That battle that was tied to the world ended with Kai's victory. Looking at Terumi Mei's flaming red lips, Qiye lifted her chin. Why, is this what Mizukage is used to doing? Without Uchiha Qiye, Terumi Mei would not be what she is today, and there would be no Kirigakure today. In my heart, Terumi Mei is very grateful to Qiye. Well, we Kirigakure are developing on the right track, all thanks to the help of Lord Qiye. Master Qiye, do you want me to give you a melting kiss? Terumi Mei, this woman, is quite active. Why, you wouldn't want to use lava style. Haha, Lord Kai's coldness just needs warmth. Since Terumi Mei said so, luckily Uchiha Qiye didn't leave tonight. This night, Terumi Mei will serve. Time flies fast. It's been months since Uchiha Obito declared war on the world Infinite Tsukuyomi. When the world was the same, everyone knew that Uchiha Qiye of Konoha defeated Ten Tails Jinchuriki Uchiha Obito. Now the whole world is dominated by the Konoha village family, the Land of Fire. The Land of Wind claims to have become a vassal of the Land of Fire. Sanagakure is also a part of Konoha. It can be said to be Konoha village, the branch of the Country of Wind. The Country of Water lifted the policy of closing the villages and maintained a good relationship with the Country of Fire. The Kingdom of Fire, the Kingdom of Water, and the Kingdom of Wind gave orders at the same time. Places with tailed beasts in the three kingdoms shall not be disturbed unless permitted. Trying to control the tailed beast, if you want to get the power of the tailed beast, you will be severely punished. The only land of the earth, Iwagakure, is a bit embarrassing. Chapter 298 Advertisement. He was succeeded by his granddaughter, Black Earth. This made Onogi feel much better. Oyegi is afraid that Konoha will always surrender, and Konoha will send someone to take over their village. But it doesn't seem to be what he thinks. Konoha doesn't want to be dictatorial, just like Sand Shinobi and Mist Shinobi. Sanagakure's Kazekage is still Baki, and Mist Shinobi's Mizukage is Terumi Mei. The same treatment they rock Shinobi is also easy to accept. What's more, Oyegi's position of Tsuchikage will be passed on to his granddaughter sooner or later. With him and the Lois assisting, no matter how self-willed the black soil is, he will gradually become familiar with it. Thinking of it, Onogi showed his long-lost smile. Deidara, who was beside him, joked wildly. It's rare to see the old man showing such a smile. If the Black Soil junior sister is in charge of the village, I'm really looking forward to how he can manage the village. Qiye waved his hand. Okay, Onogi, soon there will be Konoha's ninjas coming to Iwagakure to issue some orders and policies. You rock Shinobi, prepare, and the next is the succession ceremony of 4th Tsuchikage. Understood. Master Qiye, Deidara, this is your village, would you like to catch up with your old acquaintance? Deidara thought for a while, but he didn't want to see Oyumu's bitter face. Next time, Master Qiye, in that case, let's go. The huge clay bird spread its wings and flew, and slowly turned into a small white dot. Neither the villagers nor the ninjas knew what Onogi was talking to them. Those Iwagakure people didn't have any other ideas. When they saw a hero who saved the world in their village, they wanted to get an autograph right away. After seeing Uchiha Qiye leave, these people still have a faint sense of loss. Rock Shinobi's endurance is different. They didn't breathe a sigh of relief until Deidara and Uchiha Qiye left. Before, I could hear my heart beating, for fear that Onogi and Deidara would fight. Now a peaceful breakup is exactly what they want. Onogi's figure slowly fell to the ground, and everyone swallowed. Sir Third Generation. Zero, Lord Third Generation. What the hell do those guys in Konoha want to do? The lowest came out first. Onogi fell to the ground, and his tense heart was relieved. This is not the place to talk. Onogi immediately summoned important members of the village and started the Rock Shinobi high-level meeting. Everyone, in order to avoid unnecessary wars, our country of Earth, Iwagakure, has surrendered to the country of Fire. From now on, the country of Earth will become a vassal of the country of Fire, and Iwagakure will also be governed by Konoha village. As soon as these words came out, there was an uproar at the scene. Why? Yes, Lord Third Generation, why is this happening? Although these people already felt a little bad in their hearts, they didn't expect things to happen so suddenly. The unification of the 5 kingdoms of the ninja world has become the general trend. Everyone knows that the country of Wind has become a subsidiary country of the country of Fire, and the same is true of the country of Water. But, did you know that Cloud Shinobi Village, the country of Thunder that has always been against Konoha, was destroyed in one day, and it was Konoha who did it? What? The meeting was dead silent. The demise of Cloud Shinobi was accomplished in one day. It stands to reason that the country of Thunder of the 5 major countries is still at the forefront of the ninja world. Even so, Cloud Shinobi was solved by Konoha overnight. Such a terrifying strength makes one have to be afraid. No wonder Kirigakure, the land of water, moved so quickly, expressing his intentions to Konoha. Advertisement. As for Sanagakure, he had already surrendered to Konoha long ago, but he just hadn't announced it yet. Cough cough, Third Generation coughed a few times. If we go against Konoha, we will end up exactly like Cloud Shinobi. It's life, it's death, everyone must be very clear. Only Iwagakure is still there, and the family business built by the ancestors cannot be allowed to be buried in the hands of his Onogi. The results are already clear. The Iwagakure can only surrender. The meeting fell silent for a moment, but don't worry, we Rock Shinobi, Sand Shinobi and Mist Shinobi are treated the same. At least the 5 nations of the ninja world won't break out any more wars. Onogi is optimistic about the future of the ninja world. Other Rock Shinobi executives were relieved. Konoha has such a terrifying existence as Uchiha Qiye, they Rock Shinobi and can only surrender. In a few days, the inauguration ceremony of the 4th Tsuchikage will be held, and the position of Tsuchikage will be held by the Black Soil. Old man, what are you doing? I haven't had enough fun, you make me Tsuchikage. The Black Soil on the side looked at Oyemu with a resentful face. Don't look at me like that. This is what Mr. Qiye from Konoha meant. Besides, with your father and me, it's easy to be Tsuchikage. Uchiha Qiye. Black Earth pouted. Since the hero who saved the world asked me to be the 4th Tsuchikage, then I will reluctantly agree. Onogi. The little girl's face changed so fast, you didn't say that just now. 1 month later, the Land of Fire, Konoha Village Hokage Office. The 5 kingdoms of the ninja world have become the 4 kingdoms, the Kingdom of Wind, the Kingdom of Earth, and the Kingdom of Water have to obey the orders of the Kingdom of Fire. There is no war between great powers, at least for now. Frictional wars between those small countries still exist. This is normal, there is no absolute peace. As long as they don't invade their big country, whether it's Konoha, Rock Shinobi, Mist Shinobi, they won't take it lightly. Tsunade was sipping on a glass of red wine. Kid, now the entire ninja world is dominated by our Konoha family, it seems that there is no challenge. Qiye smiled calmly. That's natural, you don't even look at who shot it. Tsunade. Since Uchiha Qiye became the hero who saved the world, it has been mythology by the people of all countries. Even the ninjas and villagers of their Konoha respect him extremely. There is a rare period of peace and stability in the ninja world. It is not an exaggeration to say that the 4 seas return to one, and the ninja world is unified. This is an unprecedented prosperity that Uchiha Madara and Senju Hashirama did not achieve when they joined forces. Uchiha Qiye has long become a legendary figure. On the moon, Otsutsuki Urashi muttered to himself. I never thought that Kaguya would be sealed in such a place, and there would be no trace of him. A man with closed eyes came out of the darkness. Man in the sky, you are finally here. Otsutsuki Ura styled Tut a smile. It's not me, it's us. The young man with his eyes closed is Otsutsuki Shuren, a descendant of Otsutsuki Hamura. He wants to protect this planet because it is the will of the ancestor Otsutsuki Hamura. And on this planet, it is Otsutsuki Kaguya that is sealed. Pu Shi directly used a time freeze to seal Shuren. His target is Kaguya. Chapter 299 Advertisement. The target of Arashi's visit to the moon was Otsutsuki Kaguya. Shuren has no effect on him. Without the permission above, he can't kill his fellow clan, he can only seal it. They are the main family of Otsutsuki, and usually 2 people perform tasks. As early as thousands of years ago, Otsutsuki Kaguya and Otsutsuki came to Earth to find nutrients for the sacred tree. When the tree bears fruit, Kaguya should have sacrificed for the tree, and the final fruit is obtained in one way. Unexpectedly, Kaguya made a surprise attack and swallowed the fruit by himself. These are all information that Urashi has learned. And Otsutsuki Kaguya was sealed on the moon by his two children. Pushi on the moon looks from a distance. There is a dazzling blue planet. The corners of Pushi's mouth rose slightly, and he smiled. Is that the planet Kaguya once lived on? It seems to be called the Earth. 6 paths, planetary devastation. This is the sealing technique that sealed Kaguya. The Gedo statue, the body of 10 tails, was supposed to be on the moon. But because of Nagato-Rinnegan's relationship, Gedo statue summoned to Earth with summoning. Summons Gedo statue, one of Rinnegan's abilities. If you want to know the specific information of the sacred tree and the fruit, and the situation of walking with Wei Yoruichi, these things must be learned from Kaguya's mouth. Pushi picked up the blood-red fishing rod and smiled. Fortunately, he was prepared before coming to the moon, and this was specially prepared by the Otsutsuki family for Kaguya, and the seal of 6 paths planetary devastation could not hold him back. The blood-red long hook of the fishing rod swung suddenly, and the long hook spread for tens of thousands of miles, with no end in sight. At this moment, the Earth trembled. A tiny crack has developed on the lunar surface. 6 paths, planetary devastation, solution, rumbling. In the deep crack, a snow-white figure slowly floated into the sky. With white cheeks and fiery red lips, 2 horns on his head, and white hair hanging down to his feet, it was Otsutsuki Kaguya. At this moment, Kaguya opened her hazy eyes and looked around. This is her memory still lingers when she was sealed by her 2 sons, Sage of 6 paths Otsutsuki Hagoromo and Otsutsuki Hamura. After seeing the Otsutsuki Ura style, the whole person was stunned for a moment. Kaguya thought it was Black Zetsu who rescued him from the seal, but now it doesn't seem to be the case. Seeing Kaguya breaking away from the seal, a playful smile appeared on the corner of Pushi's mouth. Yo, Kaguya, long time no see, it's you, Pushi. You should know why I came here. Pushi's figure slowly rose, and the 2 floating in the air suddenly confronted each other. Back then, you disobeyed the order of the clan, smuggled the fruit of the god tree, and attacked in one style. This is a big sin in the clan, but thousands of years have passed, and I can give you a chance. Kaguya frowned. She did exactly that thousands of years ago to get rid of her clan's pursuit. Where is the divine tree now, and how is Yi Shi? God tree? Kaguya smiled coldly. Sacred tree, I don't know. As for Yi Shi, I didn't kill him. You also said that it was thousands of years ago. I don't know Yi Shi's whereabouts. Kaguya's words are half-truths. He knows the divine tree, on Earth. Because the Earth has nutrients and chakra, the fruit of the god tree can bear fruit. Like the moon, it is impossible to plant a divine tree. The empty moon has no human beings. It is impossible to provide nutrients for the divine tree chakra, and the divine tree cannot bear fruit. Naturally, she wouldn't tell Pushi of such a thing. It is a fact that the whereabouts of the one who came to Earth with him are unknown. Among the Otsutsuki clan, Kaguya's status is lower than that of the first type. She was originally the one who offered sacrifices to the Tree of Gods. To control her own destiny, Kaguya made a sneak attack. Advertisement. Although it was a sneak attack, Yi Shi's strength was too strong. Kaguya only seriously injured him and finally let him escape. Naturally, she wanted to kill her. As long as she killed her, the clansman would not know that she was on Earth, and maybe he would be able to completely cut off contact with the Otsutsuki clan. But the strength of Yi Shi still caused him to be seriously injured and escaped. Now that thousands of years have passed, she naturally doesn't know where Yi Shi is and what he is doing now. Kaguya's words made Urashi uneasy. Tisk tisk, Kaguya, it seems that you don't want to tell the truth. That will only let you be judged by the clan. Taingzubo Meteor Destiny. Pushi didn't say a word and shot directly. Countless red light fish hooks pounce on Kaguya. Kaguya, who has just been released from the seal, is not as good as before, and there is no chakra fruit to supplement her now. There is also no supply of tailed beasts and human chakra. Kaguya knows that he is far from being an opponent of Pushi at the moment. I can only find a way to escape from here first, and then restore myself to peak state. Only then will she be able to compete with Otsutsuki's main family. Kaguya knew that Urashi was not the only enemy of his own. There is more than one in Otsutsuki who is stronger than Ura style. Swish. Kaguya's figure is dodging the hooks everywhere. Now she can't even use it a few times in the Imperial Palace, and she just faced Pooh-style fishhook. Part of it was blocked with the 80 Gods airstrike. Unfortunately, Kaguya's state is extremely poor, and the power of the 80 Gods airstrike is far less powerful than before. The Ura-style blood-red fishhook has attacked Kaguya, and Kaguya's own chakra has been captured by a large part. No, I can't spend any more time with Pushi. Kill the ashes. Swish, straight out of his hand, he shoots two dead twig-like bones and flies towards Arashiki. The attack that kills the ashes together can turn the enemy into ashes. Arashi's face sank, and he avoided Kaguya's attack directly. Kaguya saw this opportunity, and a black portal appeared behind him. The figure quickly entered the gate of this space, and Kaguya directly used Wangchen Hirazaka to let himself escape. At this time, Urasaki can no longer feel the breath of Kaguya. Spit out a mouthful of saliva. Cut, did you escape? The originally calm face smiled grimly. Forget it, let you live a few more days, and I have to tell Dao Shi the news. Pushina's white pupils looked at the blue planet in the starry sky. He murmured to himself, tisk tisk, Kaguya, where you go is only there. It's just right, Yi Shi may also be there, the Earth is your burial place. Indeed, Kaguya went to the blue planet, Earth, he can only come here. Because there are many ninjas on Earth who know how to use chakra, as well as the 9-tailed beasts split by 10 tails. It is only in that place that Kaguya can obtain chakra. In Kaguya's view, all the chakras on Earth should belong to her alone. Now is the time for her to take everything back. Puff, as soon as the screen turned, Kaguya's figure appeared in the vast desert. My child is still here. The child in Kaguya's mouth is naturally Black Zetsu. On this planet, she could sense the breath of Black Zetsu. Black Zetsu, thousands of miles away, also felt something. This breath, this feeling, can't be wrong, it's my mother. Chapter 300 Advertisement. There's nothing wrong with this breath, it's mother, who broke the seal? Sensing Kaguya's breath, Black Zetsu was overjoyed. Originally, he thought he was going to cast Infinite Tsukuyomi again to save Kaguya, but Kaguya broke free of the seal by himself. The specific situation will be clear when you see your mother. Black Zetsu in the darkness smiled, and his entire body instantly merged into the forest. In the desert, Kaguya's figure floats in the air. She could feel that there was a seemingly not weak chakra in this vast desert. From this chakra, she could feel the breath of 10 tails. The nature that Kaguya perceives is one-tail Morizuru. However, one-tail's chakra wasn't enough to satisfy her. Kaguya's eyes looked into the distance, which was the direction of the fire country. There is a mighty chakra there, and the omniscient Kaguya perceives that it is the most powerful chakra in the world right now. 9 tails, Kurama. 9 tails lives in the forests of the land of fire. Swish, the sand layer floats, and the figure of Black Zetsu appears in the desert. Lord Mother, have you broken free from the seal? Kaguya told Otsutsuki's family to arrest her briefly. At this point, Black Zetsu also understood. It turned out that it was not the seal that Kaguya broke free, but the people from Otsutsuki who came here. With a wave of his long sleeves, Black Zetsu hid in the cuffs. It has lived on the earth for thousands of years and witnessed the development of history. Black Zetsu is all too familiar with the world at that time. Likewise, he also knew that his mother's condition was quite weak now. Chakra's supplement is desperately needed, otherwise it is impossible to fight against the people of Otsutsuki's main family. Mother, are you looking for 9 tails? Well, I really need chakra right now. Geto statue is still in the world. If all the tailed beasts are combined into one, the divine tree will descend on this world again. Mother, there is a very powerful person in this world. Even if he has Rinnegan, he is not his opponent. That person is also in the country of fire. If we go there, I am afraid we will run into him. Oh, there are already such powerful people in this world? Kaguya was a little surprised. Black Zetsu was his own will. From Black Zetsu, Kaguya understands the world more thoroughly. The red lips moved slightly. Uchiha Qiye. Rinnegan Uchiha Madara, Indra's reincarnation was defeated by his hands, it was quite easy. The thin dead camel is bigger than the horse, even if the current Kaguya is in a weak state, that is not something that Madara can compare to. No one can stop my footsteps. The black portal opened again, and Kaguya fled into it. In the southern part of the Fire Nation, in a wide forest. 9 Tails' huge body was dozing off. On the head of 9 Tails, Qiye also lay happily. I have to say, the fur of 9 Tails is really comfortable. Soft and flexible. Qiye fell asleep after lying on it for a while. He knew that a mighty chakra was approaching him. When Kaguya's figure appeared on Earth, Qiye sensed it. At that level of chakra, even Uchiha Madara, who became 10 Tails Jinchuriki, could not compare. Hashirama is not worth mentioning. Such a presence makes Qiye think of only Otsutsuki Kaguya. Suddenly, a black crack appeared in the sky, and a white figure slowly floated out of it. Qiye, who was lying on 9 Tails, raised his eyebrows. He chuckled, is it finally here? The huge body of 9 Tails trembled, and this person gave it a far greater degree of danger than Madara and Hashirama. This kind of terrifying coercion, even Sage of 6 Paths is slightly inferior. Who is this person? Advertisement Nine Tails was quite surprised. She's the mother of Sage of Six Paths, Otsutsuki Kaguya. Otsutsuki Kaguya. The name was mentioned by Sage of Six Paths when Nine Tails was a child. Such a sealed existence actually reappeared thousands of years later. Even Nine Tails felt a chill in front of Kaguya, and the fur all over his body stood on end. Kurama, melt into my body. Kaguya can also be said to be a sacred tree, and his body can accommodate tailed beasts. Yo, Black Zetsu, after thousands of years, you finally rescued your mother. Qiye waved his hand and greeted enthusiastically. Mom, he is Uchiha Qiye? You want to stop me? Kaguya's face was calm. Qiye played with the kunai in his hand and said with interest. Otsutsuki Kaguya, you just want to supplement your chakra with a tailed beast. I have a faster way to restore you to your peak state. Be careful, Mom, this person is cruel and weird. In the face of Uchiha Qiye, even Black Zetsu has no idea. Black Zetsu has lived in the ninja world for thousands of years. It can be said that the history of the ninja world for thousands of years was planned by him. But when he saw Uchiha Qiye, he was frightened. This feeling is inexplicable. Uchiha Qiye will make Black Zetsu uncomfortable in front of him. Know that even Indra or a character like Uchiha Madara Black Zetsu can make you a pawn. But in front of the man Uchiha Qiye, he was really helpless. A faster way to absorb the power of the tailed beast? Is there such a way? Kaguya doesn't believe it. If there is such a way, the Otsutsuki clan still need to eat the fruit of the divine tree, not at all. In what way? Qiye smiled contemptuously. Be my side room, and I will restore your strength. In the original, Kaguya is the side room of the ancestor of the emperor. But it's all original. In fact, Kaguya was an ascetic who gave birth to Otsutsuki Hagoromo and Otsutsuki Hamura with everyone's blessing. Black Zetsu. I want you to help me save my mother. You actually want to be my father? Kaguya remained as expressionless as ever. You mortal, you are trying to get your concubine's body in vain. Swish, the space reversed instantly. Nine Tails, Uchiha Qiye came to Kaguya's ice and snow space together. Now Kaguya, chakra has recovered a lot. It's just two people who just escaped from the seal before. This is the characteristic of their Otsutsuki clan. Chakra's ability to recover is extremely fast. In order to prevent Arashi and others from attacking, Kaguya asked Chakra to supply the tailed beast, which is faster. A world of ice? Nine Tails shuddered immediately. Qiye smiled. Kaguya thought it was her home court, but it was wrong. In fact, it was Uchiha Kai's home court. Now that Kaguya has shown her attitude, Qiye can only use her strength to conquer her. Kai's black pupils suddenly changed, and the scarlet Mangekyo Sharingan appeared. The two pupils still have different striped shapes. Mangekyo Sharingan. Kaguya was a little surprised that such eyes could beat Rinnegan. However, she is Kaguya who has the three major pupils in one. Whether it's white eyes, Sharingan, Rinnegan, she has them all. 80 God's air strike. Shaking the sky with the power of immortality, he threw his merciless fist towards Uchiha Qiye. Chapter 301 Advertisement Otsutsuki Kaguya finally recognized the strength of Uchiha Qiye. Such a powerful man has a way to restore her strength, so what's the harm in being a side room? Kaguya has decided to fight against Otsutsuki's main family. Otherwise, she wouldn't have made a sneak attack back then. She knew that her enemy was not only Pushi, but also powerful family members waiting for her. Uchiha Qiye, a powerful man, can really help her. Uchiha Qiye, the concubine promises to be your side chamber. Getting the answer from Otsutsuki Kaguya, Qiye smiled. The gravity that this gravitational space bears far exceeds itself, and it is Uchiha Kai's manipulation of gravity. It is very difficult for Kaguya to move a single ounce now. That's right, Qiye smiled. Since you are already my side room, then I will exercise my husband's rights. Lord Qiye, what is the way to make mother regain her strength quickly? Black Zetsu peeks out from Otsutsuki Kaguya's sleeves. Just now Qiye said there is a quick way to restore Kaguya's strength, and Black Zetsu has been paying attention to this. Cough cough. At this time, Qiye coughed a few times and said seriously. Black Zetsu, pay attention to your name, call it Daddy. Dad? Black Zetsu was stunned. He was the product of Kaguya's will. Kaguya is his mother, and since Kaguya is Uchiha Kai's side room now, he should really be called Dad. Dad. Black Zetsu's only mission is to rescue his mother, and now that Kaguya is free from the seal, he has no other idea. Without hesitation, he called out, Dad, yes, not bad, at. Qiye nodded with satisfaction. Now that Kaguya is my side room, I naturally want to restore her strength. The method is very simple, just sleep with me. Sleep? So easy? Kaguya was also stunned. Yes, it's so easy, try it and you'll know. How could I lie to you? Qiye stepped forward, half squatting and using her fingers to draw Kaguya's pale cheeks. Mother, Dad, he is very strong, maybe he really has such ability. I watched all his battles, and it seems that he never lacks chakra. Black Zetsu urged on the side. This father has been called very smoothly. Well, what a good son. Kaguya is a silly white sweet who has lived for thousands of years, who knows other meanings. Master Qiye, then go to sleep. At this time, Uchiha Qiye blocked Kaguya's fiery red lips. To deal with a woman like Kaguya, it is natural to intensify efforts to make holes with Jing. Uchiha Qiye has used Sage Mode, and the huge chakra is gathered in one place. Under his violent impact, the sky was dark, the sun and the moon were dark, and it was unknown how long it had passed. Otsutsuki Kaguya first fell asleep, and then Uchiha Qiye also fell asleep. The first to open his eyes was Uchiha Qiye. Kaguya's long hair covered them both, looking at Kaguya's faint smile in his arms. Qiye knew that it was a satisfied smile. At this moment, he felt that his body was full of infinite power. This wonderful feeling has never been seen before. Advertisement open black lens bracket ding, congratulations to host, conquered Kaguya, and had a perfect sleep with Kaguya close black lens bracket. Host has conquered the ninja world, the ancestor of chakra, and the world of Hokage. All abilities in the world of Hokage can now be used by the host. This. Qiye was stunned for a moment. He felt that his physical strength had returned to its best state. The previous fierce battle with Kaguya really cost him a lot. After all, it is the ancestor of chakra, the mother of sage of six paths, and it is still difficult to conquer. This world is indeed under his rule, that is to say, now Uchiha Qiye can use all the abilities of the Hokage world. Tisk tisk, I didn't expect to sleep with Otsutsuki Kaguya, the ancestor of chakra, there are such benefits. In a way, the source of chakra on earth is Otsutsuki Kaguya. Kaguya gave birth to Sage of Six Paths Otsutsuki Hagoromo and Otsutsuki Hamura. Sage of Six Paths Otsutsuki Hagoromo spread the use of chakra around the world. Its origin is still from Kaguya. Qiye has conquered the ancestor of chakra, so the world of Hokage is not difficult for him. Ding, because of sleeping with host, will Kaguya's power be restored? Recover. Qiye didn't hesitate at all, he is a good man. You can't lift your pants and don't recognize people. Sleeping is to help Kaguya regain her strength. Seeming to feel the changes in his body, Kaguya in Kai's arms squirmed. Opening her moving eyes, Kaguya was stunned. The strength of the concubine has been restored. Kaguya can feel the endless chakra inside her. This is even bigger than when he absorbed the divine tree. At this time, Kaguya felt that she was extremely powerful. Getting this strange power made her extremely happy, and it was far beyond her power to absorb the fruit of the divine tree. When the strength of their Otsutsuki clan is weakened, they rely on eating the fruit of the god tree or absorbing the power of their companions. At the beginning, she just didn't want to be absorbed in one go, so she swallowed the fruit and attacked one by one. Kaguya didn't expect that when she woke up, she was stronger than ever before. Mom, congratulations, your strength is stronger than before. Black Zetsu, as Kaguya's will, naturally also felt it. Sure enough, the man Uchiha Qiye is an incredible man. Originally, Qiye said that sleeping can make you stronger, but Black Zetsu still held a dubious attitude. But now, this suspicion can be completely dispelled. This sleep not only restored Kaguya's chakra, physical strength, spirit, etc. to the best state, but also far more than ever before. Kaguya didn't feel the slightest feeling of exhaustion from the fierce battle with Qiye before. Yes, the strength of the concubine has recovered. It's so miraculous. Kaguya's white pupils glanced at Qiye. Lord Qiye, thank you for Wei concubine's recovery of strength. Well, my woman won't let her suffer. Kaguya snuggled in Kai's arms, not to mention how happy. With a snap of his fingers, Qiye changed the gravity of this gravitational space to normal. The two got dressed and stood up. This time, Kaguya is far stronger than the previous one, and with the help of Uchiha Qiye, she is no longer afraid of the people of the Otsutsuki family who want to arrest her. Kai's eyes narrowed slightly, he sensed the existence of Otsutsuki Ura in this gravitational space. The current Otsutsuki Urashiki is catching the tailed beast in the Earth world. Although Kaguya used Wangchen Hirazaka to escape Urashi's pursuit before, but Urashi knew that there is only one place Kaguya can go, and that is the Earth. After notifying Jin Shi and Dao Shi, he headed to Earth alone. Kaguya, Urashi has come to Earth, go and deal with him with me. Well, the concubine listens to you. Chapter 302 Advertisement. Well, the concubine listens to you. At this time Kaguya is like a little girl next door. The corner of Uchiha Kai's mouth rose slightly, and he snapped his fingers. The gravity space changed again, and he and Kaguya returned to the world of ice and snow. Qiye didn't come here for anything else, but because Nine Tails is still here, he naturally wants to take Nine Tails out. Kaguya's heart was shocked. Isn't it her ability to change the world in the Imperial Palace of this day? And she just didn't use it at all, but the space transformation caused by Uchiha Qiye. You must know that only her reincarnation Sharingan can use such an ability. And Uchiha Qiye is the Mangekyo Sharingan, and just now Kai's eyes were just ordinary black pupils. This is beyond Kaguya's knowledge. This made her know how powerful the man in front of her was and someone she could rely on. The battle with her just now was nothing more than a family game. Kaguya knew that as long as Uchiha Qiye wanted to, she could be suppressed in an instant. Kaguya looked expressionless, but his heart was already turbulent. He murmured, "The concubine is really with the right person, Lord Qiye will definitely solve them. Nine Tails in the world of ice and snow can't sleep at all. Such a climate is simply not suitable for a fox to live in." When Uchiha Qiye disappeared, Nine Tails had been waiting for Qiye to come back and take him out of this space. Seeing Kai's appearance, Nine Tails was instantly refreshed. Seeing Kaguya next to Qiye again, the whole fox's face was bad. Even Sage of Six Paths would be in awe of this woman, you can imagine how terrifying it is. But seeing Qiye and Kaguya's battle, it seems that the situation has been resolved. "Hey, boy, it's too late, I'm dying of cold, take me back." "What's the hurry, Kurama, let you experience a different living environment." Snapped, space transformation. Uchiha Qiye, Kaguya and Nine Tails all returned to that forest. Back on Earth, Kaguya frowned, because she sensed the breath of Pooh style. He's not Qiye, he can't perceive it in the gravitational space. But as soon as she returns to the Earth world, as long as she is in any corner of the world, she can perceive it. Perception across the world, only Uchiha Qiye can do it. "Master Qiye, Pooh Shi has come to Earth." "Well, I know, let's go." Uchiha Qiye embraced Kaguya's waist, and a door of space appeared behind him. Wangshen Hirazaka, the figures of the two escaped into it again. Something. This yellow spring is more useful than Ryosaka's divine imperial power. But only to something. Above the desert, Otsutsuki Ura-style grinned. Just here, he drew out the chakra of one-tail Shuhei, and sealed Shuhei in his gourd. Tisk tisk, this is only part of 10 tails, it's not enough, and I don't know where that woman from Kaguya went. The chakra of one tail alone is not enough to satisfy the Otsutsuki Ura-style. Well, this is... Suddenly, a crack appeared in the space in front of Urashiki, and two figures came out. It was Otsutsuki Kaguya and Uchiha Qiye. Tisk tisk, it's really easy to come by. Urashi did not expect Kaguya to come to the door in person at this time. Huh, that's not right. Urashi sensed that Kaguya's breath was steady and vaguely gave him a sense of danger. Far from being as weak as when he first broke out of the seal. How is this going? Does Kaguya have chakra supplements? No, the 9 chakras scattered by 10 tails are still there. So how does she recover her strength? Possess chakra fruit. Advertisement. Urashi couldn't figure out how Kaguya regained his strength in such a short period of time. But it doesn't matter now. Even if Kaguya's power returns to its previous state, Urashi is not afraid. He is confident that he can bring Kaguya to the Wei tribe for trial. Tisk tisk, Kaguya, I didn't expect you to deliver it to your door. Uchiha Qiye just ignored Uchiha Qiye next to him. When Kaguya was about to shoot, Qiye stopped him. Wife, this kind of person asked me to come, and you watched. Well, then the concubine will not take action. This dog food made Pooh Shi stunned. What the hell is my wife? Tisk tisk, Kaguya, I didn't expect you to take refuge in a low-level creature like a human being. What a shame for our Otsutsuki clan. In the eyes of the Otsutsuki clan, creatures like humans on Earth are low-level creatures, and they are ants-like beings. Such a low-level creature should delusionally want to oppose their Otsutsuki clan, which is a fool's dream. Kaguya, I'll take out this inferior creature first, and then you'll be next. Pooh Shi walked around the earth carefully. This world is indeed suitable for planting sacred trees, and the humans in this world provide chakra and nutrients for the sacred trees. The fruit will bear again. The only obstacle to their Otsutsuki clan is the traitor Kaguya. As for the resistance of the ninjas in this world, it was only in vain. Despicable creatures, low-level people actually want to rebel against the gods, isn't that just sending them to death? Snapped, with a crisp sound. Pooh Shi only felt a burning pain in his cheeks. The whole person was fanned dozens of meters away. What's the matter? Uchiha Qiye shot and slapped Pooh Shi directly in the face. The key is that before Pooh Shi could see how Qiye made his move, his face already felt a burning pain. How could this kind of humiliation be endured, to be injured by inferior creatures? Despicable inferior creature, die for me. Staring angrily, the hook flew directly to Uchiha Qiye. Shish, a trash like you dares to call yourself a master, kneel down. At some point, Otsutsuki Urashiki found himself in front of Uchiha Qiye. And the Uchiha Qiye he saw was just the Mangekyo Sharingan. Why is there such power? Infinite gravity weighed on him. Bang! The body knelt down involuntarily. The white eyes instantly turned into blue Rinnegan. Back in time. Pu Shi went back a few seconds in time. Why don't you look back in time, playing with time in front of Uchiha Qiye? Uchiha is playing an axe in the band door. You know, Kai's Mangekyo Sharingan's left eye ability. Rewind time and time tomb, which can change the past to the future. The backtrack just now is to get Yushiki out of the grip of Kai's gravity. But the next second, he knelt in front of Uchiha Qiye again. No, it's impossible. Otsutsuki Ura-style's heart was terrified. How could a mere mortal have the power of master time? But he had already rewinded the time just now, but reality gave him a slap in the face. The time has been corrected to its original state. The Earth seems to be unable to withstand this endless gravity. Trapped in gravity, Uzumaki's Uzumaki couldn't move. I heard that you were a person from heaven? You are just a waste. Qiye directly stepped Pu Shi's head into the soil. Chapter 303 Advertisement Heavenly People, but that's it. Uchiha Qiye kicked Otsutsuki's head directly into the ground. Poor Pu Shi, now he can only be ravaged by others. He said fiercely in his heart, damn, what kind of power is this? The force of gravity was pressing against him, making him unable to move. Pu Shi was even more shocked that a mere mortal possessed such terrifying power. It's nothing but Mangekyo Sharingan, but it suppresses his Rinnegan's power. You must know that their Otsutsuki clan are basically masters of three pupil techniques. But when he used it in front of Uchiha Qiye, he was completely vulnerable. The time and space shuttle like Wangchen Hirazaka cannot be used at all in Urasaka. Moreover, Pu Shi felt that even if the shuttle gate was used, the other party seemed to have a countermeasure. To put it simply, Pu Shi felt as if he had been seen through by the other party. Just kidding, the current Uchiha Qiye is the god of this Hokage world. He can use all the powers of this world, and to deal with a Pu style, other powers can't be used. Waste. Qiye snorted coldly, and smashed his right foot on Pu Shi's head a few times. Go to hell. Click, click, for a while, the Pu Shi under Kai's feet condensed into ice and shattered with a snap. In this way, Pu Shi, like these ice cubes, has been shattered to such an extent that there is no slag left. This freezing is to freeze Pu Shi into molecular dynamics, and there is no way to avoid it. Kaguya on the side can also feel that the world has no Ura-style atmosphere. Tisk tisk, Lord Qiye, my concubine is proud of you. Kaguya knew in her heart that even if she returned to her peak state, she would not be able to solve Pu Shi in such a short period of time. When Uchiha Qiye faced Pu Shi, he stepped on Pu Shi in a few breaths. This kind of power made her feel palpitations. At this time, Kaguya realized in his heart that when Qiye fought with her at the beginning, he still kept his hand. Prove that she's not following the wrong person. With Uchiha Qiye around, she will definitely be able to fight the Otsutsuki clan. My concubine really found a reliable husband, Kun. Yeah, Mom, Dad, he's always been a miracle man. In this regard, Black Zetsu also praised, he is not surprised. Uchiha Qiye has brought him too many surprises, and now Black Zetsu has become accustomed to it. After finishing the Urashira, Kaguya approached respectfully. Lord Qiye, Pu Shi is not the most troublesome among the Otsutsuki clan. The others who are stronger than him are Otsutsuki Dao Shi, Jin Shi and others. The styles that I have fought against before are also very strong. A one-size-fits-all opponent. In addition to the peach style and the golden style, there is also a style that makes Kaguya feel jealous. There has been no news of Yi Shi for thousands of years, and I do not know what kind of power and what kind of existence the current Otsutsuki Yi Shi is. Even Black Zetsu, who has witnessed the historical development of the ninja world in this world, is not aware of the existence of the same type of information. Peach style, gold style, one style? Qiye smiled, these were all members of the Otsutsuki family. Seeing Kaguya's slightly worried look, Qiye lifted her chin. Don't worry, one of Otsutsuki's people will come, and I will kill one. Come one, kill one, such confident words. If ordinary mortals said this, Kaguya would definitely not believe it. But this is the man who conquered her, the man who defeated Pu Shi. Even Kaguya was intimidated by such majestic power. He whispered back softly, well, the concubine knows. Far space. Hey, strange, the Pu-style aura has disappeared. Lord Peach, could it be said that Pu Shi lost his hand? Advertisement. It's very possible, Jin Shi, it seems that we are going to take action. Otsutsuki Peach and Kim are having a brief conversation. It seems that Pu Shi released Kaguya from the seal. Not only did he not catch Kaguya, but he also let her escape. Kaguya's power should be very weak after breaking out of the seal, so Uchiha shouldn't miss it. This is where the peach and gold doubts come in. Those inferior creatures on Earth the Otsutsuki don't pay attention to at all. The only one who can threaten Urashika is Kaguya. People stumble, horses stumble. Peach sama, maybe Kaguya has regained his strength somehow. Well, that's the only possibility. After all, 10 Tails is divided into 9 chakras on Earth, and Kaguya can start with these 9 chakras. Their Otsutsuki clan are not particularly rare 10 Tails on Earth. For 10 Tails they can make it themselves. The same is true for the Tree of Gods. It's just that the result of the divine tree needs nutrients. Golden style, interesting Earth, it's our turn to appear, maybe we will encounter a style. Yeah, Peach-sama, Earth is such an interesting planet. The planet Earth is already a shame for the Otsutsuki clan. The first was Kaguya's mutiny raid on Earth. Later, Kaguya was sealed on the Earth by his own son and became the moon. Now Pushi is smashed on the Earth again. It is a shame for the Otsutsuki family to be defeated by Kaguya. To a certain extent, it means that the task has not been completed in one go, and the fruit of the divine tree has not been presented to the clan for thousands of years. Peach style and Jin style go to Earth this time, maybe they can meet Yi Shi. Fire Nation, Konoha Village Hokage office. What, the attack of the Otsutsuki clan? Tsunade and Surprise both showed their surprised faces. Yeah, Otsutsuki's attack. Qiye spread out his hands, and briefly explained Pushi's affairs. Said Otsutsuki was going to attack Earth or something. Tsunade and Shizune became more and more magical. At that time, Pushi had already sealed one tail in his gourd. Back then, Qiye released one tail before solving Pushi. Otsutsuki is the last name of Sage of Six Paths. Tsunade never imagined that the world would now be associated with that legendary character. Not only that, there is an organization in this world that calls itself a shell. The founder of the shell is Otsutsuki Ichi, which is C-string. After being attacked by Kaguya, Yi Shi got into Sishion's body when he was about to die, so he survived. He has been alive for thousands of years. Now that the people from Otsutsuki's main family are here, Sishion is about to showdown. There are not many people in the shell now. People like Guoxin Layman came after more than 10 years, after all, he is a clone of Jiraiya. Now Jiraiya is not dead, nor will she die. After all, the world is in chaos. Naruto Sasuke is dead. Uchiha Qiye saw the future with the power of the Mangekyo Sharingan tomb. Tsunade glanced up and down Uchiha Qiye. Boy, can you handle such an enemy? Yes. How could a man not be 12? Upon receiving Kai's affirmative answer, Tsunade let out a long breath. She was relieved. Species are different, the enemy is so terrifying by nature. It's a pity, there are more horrible existences on this earth. Chapter 304 Advertisement. Tsunade listened to what Uchiha Qiye said. The Otsutsuki clan are not comparable to ordinary ninjas at all. This in itself is a world of pedigrees. Their strongest bloodline on Earth, both Senju and Uchiha, are from Sage of Six Paths Otsutsuki Hagoromo. Essentially, the strongest beings in the ninja world are descendants of Otsutsuki. How does this make Earth's ninjas play? Not only are there intrusions from the Otsutsuki clan, but there is also an organization that is even more mysterious than Akatsuki. And the leader of the shell is Otsutsuki, a man who has been lurking on the Earth for thousands of years. Tsunade has a headache just thinking about it. Fortunately, there is a man Uchiha Qiye. As long as Qiye is around, Tsunade is confident, there is nothing he can't do. Also, the Chunin exam is about to begin. This test is to experience the level of the new generation of ninjas. It depends on whether the ninja family of Konoha village in the Land of Fire is dominant, or whether it is a subordinate country of the Land of Fire, the Land of Wind, the Land of Water, and the Land of Land. The ninjas are more powerful. In essence, this is just the internal selection of the Fire Nation. But the number of people participating this time is not limited to Konoha, Rock Shinobi, Sand Shinobi, Mist Shinobi, the 4 ninja villages that have been integrated into one. There are other small ninja villages participating. Among Konoha Ju Shaoqiang, Kakashi is the saddest. Sasuke, who was supposed to be his student, defected. In the end, the rebels who had to transform the world died tragically at the hands of Qiye. Naruto was originally Kakashi's student, but unfortunately, the innocent Naruto died at the hands of Sasuke. It's really licking the dog until the end has nothing. Now the 7th class has been put together, except for little Sakura and a passerby. Kakashi is ready to find someone to replace him. After all, the Chunin exam is a team of 3 people. Kakashi is also helpless in Obito's Infinite Tsukuyomi project. The Sharingan that Obito had given him was taken back. However, Obito is still trying to control the world in vain, and he won't look back when he hits the southern wall. After seeing the power of Uchiha Qiye, Kakashi couldn't think of anyone else who could compete with him. And Obito's delusions of subverting the world under the hands of Lord Qiye, isn't that a fool's dream? It is said to want everyone to enter a perfect dream. Obito was the first to fall into the dream. Kakashi did everything he could with his obsessive best friend. Naruto's death is also Kakashi's inner regret. Uzumaki Naruto is the child of teacher Kakashi's fourth Hokage Namikaze Minato. Kakashi, who used to be in Anbu, also served as the escort for Uzumaki Kushina, when Kushina was expecting to give birth. When Naruto was a child, Kakashi lived without help. Originally, when Naruto became Kakashi's student, Kakashi wanted to make up for it. But the good times didn't last long. Naruto, who had just become a genin, was poisoned by Rinnegan Sasuke. Not only was 9 tails stripped, but people also died at Sasuke's hands. Whether it's his own father, peers, teachers, or students, Kakashi feels that he has not been able to protect himself well, and is the most failed person. Kakashi, who was lying on the tree, looked up at the sky, his face full of melancholy. The only thing that can comfort him is probably only Intimacy Paradise 2 inches in his hand. Yo, Kakashi, don't be so downcast, the new Chunin exam is about to start. Advertisement is Kakashi's good friend. Guy naturally wants to comfort him, both physically and mentally. Kakashi is very envious of Guy's eternal vitality and youth. On the contrary, he himself is very sad. Guy, did all your students take the Chunin exam? Yeah, they have been preparing for a year before participating. My disciples are definitely the first batch of Konoha to pass the exam to become Chunin. Neji became a member of Guy's team without 3 tails. Even without 3 tails, Neji's strength is now at the level of elite Jonin. When Neji was 3 tails Jinchuriki, he didn't take part in squad action. Now, he can return. Inside the secret base of the shell. Yi Shi, I didn't expect you to be reduced to this level. Otsutsuki Peach Style, Gold Style said with interest. The previous Pooh Style was just a pathfinder. After the Peach Style came, I immediately found a style. For the Peach Style and the Gold Style, the one style is just the same family. They can be friends or enemies. Only currently their common enemy is Otsutsuki Kaguya. Tisk tisk, it turned out to be a Peach Style, a Gold Style. We haven't seen each other for thousands of years. Otsutsuki came to Earth with Wei Yoruichi and was silent for thousands of years after being attacked by Kaguya. Seeing Yi Shi's appearance, Dao Shi smiled sarcastically. Yi Shi, I didn't expect you to be so embarrassed by the shame Kaguya of a family and end up like this. It's not like you at all. Logically speaking, isn't Kaguya your attendant? She should sacrifice the sacred tree? HMPH, Peach Style, do you think it's easy for me? It's not a few years, hundreds of years, but thousands of years. I've forgotten the exact time. It was all caused by that woman from Kaguya raiding me. Thinking of Kaguya, she dared to go against the will of the clan. One way of grievance, thousands of years after thousands of years, he has waited for thousands of years. The shame Kaguya inflicted on him thousands of years ago is now going to be doubled back. By the way, Peach Style, in addition to Kaguya, there is one human being to pay special attention to in this world. Ha ha ha, hearing this, Momoshi suddenly burst out laughing. He felt that the previous style was no longer there. Having lived on the earth for thousands of years, the current style has long been assimilated by inferior creatures like humans, and he has become so cautious. Pay attention to inferior creatures like humans, Yi Shi, you are not mistaken. What should be noticed about inferior creatures like humans? They still have the power to fight against our Otsutsuki. Originally, he also sneered at human beings until the appearance of that man. The battle between Uchiha Qiye and Obito was also seen from the images in the sky. Although the video did not show the complete process, the result ended with Uchiha Qiye's victory. In his heart, he hoped that the divine tree would be reborn. But all of this was destroyed by that man, Uchiha Qiye. I wanted to laugh when I saw Dao Shi's disdainful look. It stands to reason that Kaguya, who had just been released from the seal, was no match for Arashi at all. But the result was quite shocking. The breath of Pooh Style disappeared directly from this world. He sensed 2 powerful beings at the same time. It is Kaguya and Uchiha Qiye. The power of Kaguya at that time has been restored, and more than that. I can feel that Kaguya's power is stronger than before. All of this is probably because of the man next to Kaguya, Uchiha Qiye. In the current form, the danger level of Uchiha Qiye has been regarded as equal to that of Kaguya. Sneered coldly. Peach Style, that man is called Uchiha Qiye, you better not underestimate him. 66 at. Chapter 305 Advertisement Peach Style, this man Uchiha Qiye, you better not underestimate him. Uchiha Qiye. Peach Tut Tut smile. When will their arrogant Otsutsuki clan face the inferior creatures like humans? Anyway, his meaning has been conveyed, and he smiled lightly. If you don't listen to it, you will see the Peach Style. Dormant in this world for thousands of years, anyway, I always think that Uchiha Qiye is a man worthy of attention. Although the current shell is an organization, there are only a few personnel. Now there is only one style of him, namely Shion and Boluo, Deluda, Kud, and Amato. 5 people are one organization, and more importantly, Shion cultivated 10 tails by himself. When the time comes, he will get all the chakra in this world. Okay, Yi Shi, that's it for chatting with you. As for the inferior creatures you said you should pay attention to, Jin Shi and I will take a look here. The majesty of the Otsutsuki clan is unquestionable. As for the other species or inferior weight, I will show you the head named Uchiha Qiye. At this time, Shion just smiled and did not speak. In my mind, I wish you good luck. The crack in the black space behind the peach style and the golden style duo opened again, and the two escaped into it. He glanced at his hands. It seems that this Shion's body is almost at the end, and we must find a new wedge. Fire Country, Konoha Village, Uchiha Clan. Now this Uchiha clan is only Uchiha Qiye alone. There is only one Uchiha in the whole world. Therefore, Qiye has a great responsibility to grow the Uchiha family. Kaguya also lives in the Uchiha clan. Lord Qiye, I feel the breath of peach and gold, and they should also come to earth. Really, I also felt 2 powerful presences. I didn't expect them to come so quickly. Kaguya told Qiye that the way for their Otsutsuki clan to become stronger is simply to absorb the fruit. Chakra fruit can make them more powerful. There is also a faster way, that is, the companion becomes a fruit, and then absorbs it. This is the method of last resort. Thousands of years ago, it was intended to sacrifice Kaguya to the tree in this way, but Kaguya resisted and she stood up. But knowing that he met Uchiha Qiye, Kaguya discovered that becoming stronger is so simple. As long as she sleeps, this man is in front of her, giving her a full sense of security. Even if someone from outside the world came here to ask her guilt, she was not afraid at all. Suddenly, the sky above Konoha village was covered with dark clouds and thunder and lightning. The originally clear sky had undergone such a sudden change, and everyone in Konoha village was nervous and had a strong bad premonition in their hearts. Master Qiye, they're here. At this time, Kaguya's brows were slightly wrinkled. She was familiar with this breath, the breath of their Otsutsuki clan. It's finally here. Since it's here, don't leave. The corner of Uchiha Kai's mouth rose slightly, his figure moved, and he disappeared instantly. At this time in Konoha village, the villagers all looked up at the sky. Thick black clouds shrouded this Konoha village, and everything else was clear skies. Only Konoha village was shrouded in black clouds. Above the black cloud, thunder light entwines, there is fire, and there is fog. Such spectacles give a sense of repressed fear. The villagers all swallowed. Hey, what's wrong with the sky? Why is there a sudden thunder and lightning? I don't know, there is a black cloud there, and it doesn't rain. Are there demons and monsters on it, or are there enemies? Everyone sucked in a breath of cold air, and they were all shocked by these visions, and their faces were covered with fine sweat. Meanwhile, on the rooftop of the Hokage building. Advertisement, Lord Hokage, the sky. Well, I saw it all. Tsunade's beautiful eyes stared at the big black cloud. The unknown is the most feared. The black cloud with such a wide range gave her a very bad premonition. She gave the order just now, and the entire Konoha village's ninja world went into a state of alert. On the rooftop of the Hokage building, Kakashi, Guy, Asuma and Hokage's direct subordinate Anbu are all gathered here. The atmosphere was extremely quiet, and the needle drop could be heard. Everyone held their breath, as if something was about to appear in the dark cloud. Wow, there was a loud noise, and 2 silver lightning bolts fell straight down. Fortunately, the lightning struck outside Konoha village. Lord Hokage, a huge crater was struck by lightning 100 meters south of the village. Master Tsunade, so is Toho. Shortly after the lightning fell, Anbu came to report. The forest was raging on fire, and some ninjas had already gone to put out the fire. The black cloud is so wide that it has reached the sky that cannot be seen by the line of sight. The people of the whole Konoha village seem to be in the doomsday. What's going on? The villagers do not understand. Is the enemy attacking? So far, no enemy has appeared. Is this really a natural phenomenon? Master Hokage, is this the Otsutsuki clan that Master Qiye said? Kakashi frowned, and he didn't understand the current situation. Such a depressing and silent atmosphere is more terrifying than the Night of 9 Tails. The 9 Tails riots are visible destruction, but the dark clouds in the sky give people a sense of despair and suffocation. At 66. I don't know either, maybe it's really what that kid Qiye said. Because at present, there are no enemy attacks. Tsunade thought of Qiye for the first time. She thought to herself, why hasn't this guy appeared on this occasion? If Uchiha Qiye is by her side, this fear of the unknown can be completely erased. But Uchiha Qiye is always elusive, she's used to it. Tsunade boldly guessed that Qiye might be fighting fiercely with the enemy in the dark cloud. Suddenly, a dark crack appeared in the black cloud in the sky. Look, the sky seems to have opened a door. Yeah, something seems to be coming out. What could it be? A god in that crack? The villagers stared intently at the dark crack. The sense of crisis in the hearts of Tsunade and others is getting stronger and stronger. What comes out of it must be something extraordinary. They can't think of anything good. Everyone, enter a 12-point alert state. Tsunade gave an order, and the charisma of the leader was unobstructed. Lord Hokage, in that dark crack, 2 powerful chakras can be sensed. This is the power that has never been seen before. A surprised voice sounded in Tsunade's mind. This is the leader of the Konoha Perception Department, Yamanaka Kaiichi. From the moment the dark cloud appeared, their perception department is always perceiving. Tsunade froze, his lips twitching slightly. 2 strands of chakra like never before? 2 white figures came out of the crack. It was Otsutsuki Peach and Gold. Chapter 306 Advertisement. A playful smile appeared on the corner of Otsutsuki's peach mouth, and he muttered. Is this the man mentioned in the first sentence? Uchiha Qiye, tisk tisk, inferior creatures all look the same, nothing special. Lord Peach, this Uchiha Qiye doesn't feel anything special. Peach-style servant, Jin-style expressed his opinion. Well, I want to see how he takes my huge truth-seeking ball. Standing in Peach pose, his playful eyes looked down at the entire Konoha village. In his eyes, these people were like ants. Born to be an ant, and don't feel sorry, so what's the point of living in this world? Damn it for low-level missions. At this obscuring truth-seeking ball has fallen over Konoha village. Everyone held their minds, and as long as the oppression remained, they did not escape the danger. Hey, boy, is there any way? Tsunade couldn't hold it anymore and used wood style. Immediately, several huge wooden stakes grew out of the open space in the village to support the descending truth-seeking ball. However, this force is not enough to support this huge danger. She put all her hopes on Uchiha Qiye. Tsunade's pre-face was covered in fine sweat, and his breathing became rapid. Using such a scale of wood style is also a great drain on her. Master Hokage, Master Qiye, let me open the last gate of 8 inner gates and try it. It's far from that time, Guy. Hearing guys talk about opening the 8th gate, Kakashi was the first to stand up. He'd lost too much, and he didn't want to lose the spice of Guy's life. Because opening the 8th gate, Guy has only one ending, and that is death. If Guy dies too, Kakashi's life will be a dark gray. And, such a huge truth-seeking ball. Whether the 8th gate is useful or not is uncertain. Guy also wants to do his best for Konoha and give it his all. Qiye glanced at the truth-seeking ball above. Guy, 8 inner gates are useless, leave it to me. Kaguya's 80 gods airstrikes are comparable to a sunset elephant with the 8 inner gates fully open. What's more, the 8 inner gates are of little use in the face of such a huge truth-seeking ball. Uchiha Qiye walked to Tsunade's side and smiled faintly. Good work, my Hokage-sama. Kai's palm touched Tsunade's forehead. For a moment, Tsunade only felt a warm current melt into his body. The chakra that I had consumed came back, whether it was mental or physical, it was more vigorous than before. I was even more surprised inside. When did this kid have such an ability? Following Kai's instructions, Tsunade retracted wood-style support. The inflated truth-seeking ball lost the support of the wooden stakes and fell quickly. All the Konoha village residents who saw this scene closed their eyes. Such a huge truth-seeking ball, even if it didn't explode, it would be enough to turn this Konoha village into powder. Just as everyone was in despair, the darkness that covered the sky suddenly faded away. The huge truth-seeking ball disappeared, quietly disappeared. Originally, truth-seeking ball was only a few meters away from Konoha village, and it was about to touch the Hokage rock statue. But at this moment, inexplicably disappeared. At the same time, the figure of Uchiha Qiye slowly rose. Lord Qiye, look, Lord Qiye is above. Yes, Lord Qiye saved us. Long live Mr. Qiye. At this time, the people of Konoha village seemed to be floating on the endless ocean, but at this moment of despair they saw a Noah's Ark, which is hope. Advertisement. As Uchiha Qiye rose to high altitude, everyone knew that it was Uchiha Qiye who helped them relieve the crisis. The high-altitude peach and gold styles are also quite surprising. Jin Shi. Master Peach, this is. Seeing that his attack was fruitless, Dao Shi's originally pale cheeks became incomparably blue. Damn inferior creature, since you still want to resist. If it is a transfer, then there must be an explosion on this earth. But no, there is only one possibility. This truth-seeking ball was transferred to a different space by Uchiha Qiye. This inferior creature also uses the abilities of our Otsutsuki clan? Dao Shi's doubtful eyes looked up and down Uchiha Qiye, but didn't see anything special. After all, They cannot appreciate the beauty and handsomeness of inferior creatures. Uchiha Qiye has risen to the same height as Peach pose. Two foreign dogs, come to disturb us too? Kai's cold eyes glanced at Dao Shi. Somehow, just glanced at Uchiha Kai's eyes. Peach Style suddenly felt a chill all over the body, and there was such a slight shake in the heart, which was a feeling that I had never felt before. Damn, don't be funny, my dignified Otsutsuki Peach Style would be afraid of an inferior creature? It's not good, Master Peach. Got the Gold Style reminder on the side, only then did the Peach Style find out. The world they live in is no longer the world they were in before, but a world of ice and snow. Peach knows that this is Kaguya's world. But why? Why is this kid able to use Kaguya's abilities? There is no fourth person in this world. Uchiha Qiye brought them here. Suddenly, a door of space opened behind Uchiha Qiye, and Kaguya walked out. Tisk tisk, it's finally here, shame of the clan, Kaguya of Otsutsuki. The appearance of Kaguya completely dispelled Peach's suspicion. Well, now he doesn't need to switch battlefields. Everyone who wants is here. Otsutsuki Kaguya and Uchiha Qiye. Wei Yoruichi appeared and immediately bowed to Qiye. Master Qiye, are you alright? Well, that's fine, it's them who have something to do. Qiye raised her eyebrows at Dao Shi and the others, which meant it was obvious. At this time, the Peach Style was even more angry. Otsutsuki was originally a noble family, but Kaguya actually served as a servant of inferior creatures. It's a shame for their Otsutsuki clan. The Peach Style with exposed blue veins suddenly shouted. Golden Style, go and chop off the head of that inferior creature for me. Swish, after receiving the order of Dao Shi, Jin Shi moved and rushed towards Uchiha Qiye. But what he didn't expect was that Kaguya was faster. Standing directly in front of Uchiha Qiye, with an airstrike from the 80 gods, Jin Shi couldn't react at all, and was shot dozens of meters away, smashing a small hill into pieces. The Otsutsuki golden pose is no match for Kaguya at all. Moreover, the current Kaguya is stronger than her previous strength. All thanks to Uchiha Qiye. Okay, good, shame on your family. Peach Style clearly felt that Kaguya was stronger than before coming to Earth, and the angry volcano no longer knew what to say. Jin Shi crawled out of the pile of rocks. Although this move was not fatal, it also made him quite embarrassed. A mouthful of blood spit out from his mouth, and Kaguya hit him with internal injuries. Clap clap. Qiye clapped her hands and smiled calmly. Kaguya, it's alright, next, leave it to me. Chapter 307. Advertisement. Inside a hidden building is the secret base of the shell. Si Xian has lived in this world for thousands of years, and there are only 5 people who established this shell organization. As for Si Xian's body, it's just a shell, and what resides in it is Otsutsuki's style. Strange, Si Xian, I can't feel the peach breath anymore. He has my special device on him. The speaker is Amato, a scientist of the shell organization, who, like Orochimaru, is also a man who believes in science. Although a member of the shell, Amato has his own ideas. Sometimes it coincides with Si Xian's idea, and sometimes it is totally different. The special device installed on the Peach Style body is the hand he secretly made the last time the Peach Style Gold Style duo came to the shell base. This advanced technology is unique to Amato, and even a character like Peach is hard to detect. Even if they are in different space worlds, they can perceive the existence of each other. And now, the Peach Style breath is completely invisible, and the sensor does not respond at all. This is enough to attract Amato's attention. Otsutsuki's style is even more so. After living in secret for thousands of years, Si Xian's body can no longer withstand his powerful strength. The sudden disappearance of Peach Style makes Yi Shi take it seriously. If his expectations were correct, the Peach Style would have capsized in the gutter. Aside from Kaguya, the only one who can think of this is Uchiha Qiye. Because it was Uchiha Qiye who changed the world, the images created by the sky at that time. The battle between Ten Tails Jinchuriki Obito and Uchiha Qiye is still vivid. Tisk tisk, Peach Style, let you be careful Uchiha Qiye, if you don't believe it, it's capsized now. This is the disadvantage of not listening to the old man. For the fall of Dao Shi, Yi Shi did not have the slightest sympathy, and even wanted to laugh. Having lived in this world for thousands of years, he knows what the law of survival is. Pride, prejudice, and high self-esteem are the biggest mistakes that Dao Style makes. It's not good, Si Xian, there are 2 powerful chakras galloping towards this side, without the slightest concealment. What? Si Xian's eyes narrowed, and he came over so swaggeringly. He couldn't think of anyone other than Kaguya and Uchiha Qiye. Tisk tisk, has this place been discovered? It's coming so fast, at? Cold, you go to the different dimension to take care of Ten Tails, and Bola, you stay at the base. As for Amato and Daruda, why don't you go and meet them first? Daruda, let's go. Amato did not hesitate and ran away with Daruda. Amato was unhappy in his heart. This C. Shion was using him as a spearman. Damn, the cloning technology has not been completely completed. I don't know if the man Uchiha Qiye is worth trusting. Amato grinned at the thought of this, and this time, he put his bet on Uchiha Qiye. Daruda's body is full of scientific ninja tools, and Amato has also remodeled them. When the two went out the door, they saw two figures looking down at them above the sky. It must be Otsutsuki Kaguya and Uchiha Qiye. Master Qiye, this person is not C. Shion. Okay, I know. Qiye and Kaguya ignored Amato's questioning. Amato was surprised to see that Kaguya treated Uchiha Qiye so respectfully. What the hell did this man do? Even Kaguya. Qiye just glanced at Amato and smiled lightly. Call C. Shion out, Amato. He was a dignified shell member who was ignored. Amato would like to see if this Uchiha Qiye is good enough for him to make a bet. Go on, Daruda. Daruda is wearing a black cloak, but has a very handsome figure, curly yellow hair, and a cold Oni-san look. In a way, it's just a robot. Advertisement. His eyes suddenly stared, and two destructive lasers were fired from his eyes. This damage laser is extremely domineering, and the cells in the hit area will be necrotic, even if the regeneration ability of Nine Tails has no effect. Unfortunately, he was facing Uchiha Qiye. Qiye had no intention of avoiding these two lasers. Swish, straight through Kai's chest. Have you succeeded? Uchiha Qiye is nothing more than that. Daruda was transformed by Amato, and he knew the power of the destroying laser. This is a one-hit killer move. Hey, Amato's sigh. I don't know if it was a surprise or a pity. He originally wanted to bet on Qiye, but with Uchiha Kai's strength, it would be nothing. It seems the most difficult, or Otsutsuki Kaguya. After all, this woman once pushed Yi Shi to the point of death. But the result was not what Amato thought. Even with two big holes in his chest, Uchiha Qiye, who was high in the sky, still looked down with an indifferent expression. Raised eyebrows. It seems that C. Shion wants you to die first. Do it, Kaguya. Yes, Master Qiye. Hiss, gray bones shot out of Kaguya's palm, and suddenly, a space crack appeared behind Daruda. In the dark crack, the bones that killed the ashes shot directly on Daruda's body. Withering, destruction, this is the real one-hit kill. At this point, Daruda's body instantly turned to ashes. Amato on the side swallowed his saliva. This is the power of Otsutsuki Kaguya. Been with Uchiha Qiye for so long and slept so many times. Kaguya's power has skyrocketed, and Kaguya is no longer the Kaguya before. Amato thinks that the power of Kaguya is so terrifying, and Uchiha Qiye, whom Kaguya respects, is so powerful. When he saw Qiye, the two big holes on his chest were gone, perfect as before. You must know that it was destroying the laser, but the man resisted it abruptly. Uchiha Qiye, worth my bet. Daruda was instantly killed by Kaguya, but Amato was in no hurry to shoot. Uchiha Qiye, how about our cooperation? Seeing that Qiye did not respond, Amato would continue. You protect me. I tell you, C. Shion. The weakness of Otsutsuki's style, I believe that the strength of the two of you should be able to defeat the current C. Shion. In fact, Amato has been thinking about defeating C. Shion, and then the power of his master wedge, but his cloning technology has not yet been developed. When Amato was overjoyed and thought that Uchiha Qiye would cooperate with him, what Qiye said next made him completely desperate. What are you? Do you need to cooperate? Uchiha Qiye, Yi Shi's power is far from simple as it appears. Without my intelligence, do you really think you two can defeat him? Young people are so arrogant. Amato doesn't know where Uchiha's confidence in Qiye comes from. Is it because of Kaguya? It is true that Kaguya killed Daruda in seconds. But in front of a formula, 10 Daruda are not enough to see. Uchiha Qiye above the sky stood with his hands behind his back, and a playful smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. Amato, do you know what I don't like about you? Which point? That's how you think everything is in your master, tisk tisk, naive. The next second, Amato let out a painful howl. Uchiha Qiye above the sky is like a god, declaring his sovereignty. I will wipe out all threats from this world. Chapter 308. Advertisement: eliminate all threats from this world? Mad, absolutely mad. Amato was astonished in his heart, and his eyes were full of deep horror. In his life, Uchiha Qiye hated the most scheming person who had everything in the master. Amato displayed in front of him, that is to die. No one can bargain with him. Amato wanted to bet on Uchiha Qiye, but unfortunately, he chose the wrong person. A useless waste, who has the qualifications to negotiate conditions. Otsutsuki was very strong in Amato's eyes, but he underestimated the power of Uchiha Qiye. To solve Otsutsuki 1, do you still need his Amato's intelligence? Not at all. Strength is often determined by comparison. In Uchiha Kai's eyes, the strength of Otsutsuki is the embodiment of the weak. What? Amato let out a painful groan, and his whole body was instantly frozen. Click, click, it broke apart, turned into shards of ice and scattered to the ground. Popping. Qiye clapped her hands with disdain in her eyes. That's it, still want to negotiate terms? Too weak, too weak. Kaguya, let's go. Otsutsuki Kaguya followed Uchiha Qiye and nodded earnestly. Inside the spacious wooden house, Shion smiled faintly. Tisk tisk, Bola, it seems that Amato has been dealt with. As members of the Shell, everyone has their own ghosts. How could Shion not know about Amato? It's just that he doesn't need to do it himself. Wouldn't it be better to deal with Amato through the hands of Uchiha Qiye? Suddenly, a dark space crack appeared directly ahead. Yellow Spring Hirazaka. Uchiha Qiye and Kaguya came out of the space rift. Seeing the appearance of these two people, Shion was not too surprised, instead he talked eloquently. Kaguya, after thousands of years, we meet again. For this woman who pushed herself to a desperate situation, Yi Shi will not forget it. If he hadn't met the monk Shion, he would have perished on this planet called Earth, in the hands of Kaguya. Last time, I let you escape, this time, I won't. Facing Yi Shi, Kaguya's tone was quite cold. Thousands of years ago, he should have solved this formula, but finally let him escape. Lord Sishen, please let me help you deal with these two uninvited guests. Then trouble you, Boro. Shion smiled playfully and said lightly. Satachi, I saw Uchiha Kai's right hand flashing lightning, this is Chidori. He can use all the abilities of the Hokage world. Now Qiye wants to try this Chidori, this is no ordinary Chidori. Qiye injected a large amount of chakra into it, and its power far exceeded that of S-rank ninjutsu. Bola, who rushed forward, was directly penetrated by Uchiha Kai's Chidori, and the core inside his body was directly shattered. A second kill, another second kill. Qiye is not the master of ink. Looking at Shion in the hall, there's an Amaterasu. The raging black flame instantly covered Shion. Shion, who was in the black flame, grinned. Ninjutsu, hum. The next second, the black flame dissipated, and Shion absorbed it directly. Advertisement, Uchiha Qiye, I overestimated you. It seems that you are nothing more than that. I really don't know how the peach style died in your hands. It should be the woman Kaguya. Shion, who absorbed the black flame, smiled coldly and pointed to Kaguya beside Qiye. Although Kaguya doesn't understand why Qiye uses ninjutsu on Ishigami. But she believed that Lord Qiye had his own intentions in doing so. Because Qiye knew that ninjutsu was useless for their Otsutsuki clan. However, Uchiha Qiye was using Amaterasu just for fun. What, Kaguya, aren't you going to shoot? Seeing that Kaguya didn't make a move, he sneered. Could it be that she really thought Uchiha Qiye could beat him? That's what I thought in my mind. Tisk tisk, isn't it good for Kaguya to be my attendant and sacrifice to the divine tree? Why should you resist your own destiny and follow this inferior creature, a shame for a family? Like the peach style, the one style also keeps the inferior creatures on the lips at all times. You be asterisk 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 d. There's a lot of nonsense, it's boring. As soon as the space turned around, Uchiha Qiye, Otsutsuki Kaguya, and Otsutsuki came to the gravity space. Heaven's royal palace. Why are you able to use this trick? As soon as he reached the gravity space, he knelt directly on the ground. And Kaguya and Uchiha Qiye stood there like nothing, unaffected by gravity. Obviously, the transformation of this space is caused by Qiye. No matter how strong Uchiha Qiye is, in Yi Shi's eyes, he is nothing but an inferior creature in this world. But it is such inferior creatures who use the abilities of their Otsutsuki clan, the Heaven's Royal Palace. Also, this is Kaguya's ability. Qiye changed the gravity of himself and Kaguya, and the two of them remained unaffected in this gravity space. Fighting in this gravity space is extremely unfavorable to me, and I have to find a way to transform the space. He murmured all the way, however, when he wanted to use Wangshen Hirazaka to escape into space. But he found that no matter how he used it, he could never open the crack in this space. Damn, Uchiha Qiye, what the hell did you do? This time, Yi Shi's heart began to panic. And Uchiha Qiye showed a cheap smile. Tisk tisk, Otsutsuki style. You don't want to use Wangshen Hirazaka to transform space, can't you use it? Now it doesn't matter who you are from the sky or what Otsutsuki, just kneel down for me. I saw Qiye snorted coldly, and instantly felt that the surrounding gravity had increased several times. He was originally kneeling on one knee, but with a bang, he fell to the ground with both knees. It's not the way to go on like this, we have to fight back. Big black day. Suddenly, a huge sarcophagus appeared out of nowhere and smashed at Uchiha Qiye. This is the ability of the right eye, and the right eye pupil is in the shape of rice. Daikokaten can shrink objects and place them in different spaces, and restore them during battle, which can have unexpected effects. However, he faced Uchiha Qiye. These huge sarcophagi smashed towards Uchiha Qiye, and when they were more than 10 feet away from Uchiha Qiye, they suddenly stopped. Then, these sarcophagi floated in the air. Otsutsuki was shocked. How is this possible? Masaka. While looking at Uchiha Qiye, he found Qiye was also looking at him. Uchiha Kai's playful smile made him shiver suddenly. Could it be that he can freely manipulate gravity? All the signs just now have shown this. In this gravity space, both Uchiha Qiye and Kaguya were unaffected. Moreover, the sarcophagus that attacked in the first style had a weight of tens of thousands of tons, but such a weight floated in front of Uchiha Qiye. And the one type itself bears tens of thousands of times the gravity. Thinking of this, he sucked in a breath of cold air. This is enough to show that the man in front of him, Uchiha Qiye, can freely manipulate gravity. After all the calculations, in the end, I found that I still underestimated Uchiha Qiye. Chapter 309 Advertisement Tsunade, this woman, doesn't want to go to work? Qiye flipped through the boring book, and then threw it on the table. Shizune, there's nothing serious going on in the village lately, right? Well, since the peach style hit, it's not a big deal. Mist Shinobi, Sand Shinobi, Rock Shinobi are all pretty good too. Indeed, the peach style is the last crisis facing Konoha. That amazing truth-seeking ball, Shizune is a little scared to think about it now. But fortunately, Uchiha Qiye was there to remove all danger. Even the peach style of the Otsutsuki clan cannot escape the fate of destruction in the hands of Qiye. Qiye clapped his hands and walked out the door. Master Qiye, where are you going? Shout Tsunade. The sun is so big and she can't get up, I have to spank her. Shizune. Only Qiye-sama could say such words. If it were someone else, Tsunade-sama would definitely be knocked out with one punch. However, Shizune really wanted to see the scene of hitting Mr. Tsunade's asterisk. At this time, Shizune's heart also opened and couldn't help but, evil. Master Tsunade, I didn't expect you to have today. It's a pity, Shizune can't go, and she can't see such a funny side. But thinking of this, Shizune felt a little excited. There was a look of schadenfreude on his face, which could be seen from his face. With Shizune's thoughts, Uchiha Qiye naturally didn't know. But looking at Shizune's cunning appearance, he must be thinking that it is not a good thing. Came up and asked, Shizune, what are you thinking? Ah, did I think of anything? No, almost being seen through, Shizune suddenly panicked. The documents in his hands were all dropped, and the dolphins on the side were all Puyu, and Puyu was screaming. He smiled awkwardly and said, Master Qiye, go and call Master Tsunade, I can't be busy here alone. Well, that's right, as soon as he moved, Uchiha Qiye disappeared from the Hokage office. The huge Hokage office suddenly became quiet. Shizune pursed his lips while looking at the document. Master Tsunade, your asterisk is about to bloom. In the scorching sun, the Konoha village at noon is not particularly lively, and there are few ninjas on the street. Konoha village at night is the most lively, peaceful and comfortable life, which is what people want. Uchiha Qiye didn't rush to Tsunade's house and wandered the streets a few times. It takes a full belly to think about what happens next. The villagers in Konoha were very enthusiastic. When they saw Uchiha Qiye, all of them were Lord Qiye, and Lord Qiye called out enthusiastically. There are some little fans who want his autograph. No way, that's what being famous is all about. Uchiha Qiye is not only the hero who saves Konoha village, but also the hero who saves the world. People are very handsome, and it is normal to be fascinated by a large number of boys and girls. Qiye was not stingy, and happily signed their autographs. The boys and girls who got the autograph cards cheered. Wow, look, Master Qiye signed me. Yes, I have it too, it's really handsome. Master Qiye is a great hero, people are so nice. If you are looking for a husband in the future, you will have to look for Mr. Qiye like this. These young men and women jumped excitedly. The same goes for chasing stars. The next second, Qiye came to Tsunade's room. Advertisement, he has been here many times, and he is quite skilled in using it. Sure enough, as Shizune said. At this time, Tsunade was still falling asleep, and a slight snoring sound came from the tip of his nose. No wonder Tsunade, as Hokage, she is also very tired to deal with some things every day. Last night, I played with Uchiha Qiye again until midnight, even the iron body would rust, Although after sleeping with Qiye, your physical strength and spirit will return to the best state, but sleeping is also a natural phenomenon. Qiye just watched it quietly and didn't bother her. After an unknown amount of time, Tsunade rubbed his hazy eyes. What caught her eye was a handsome face. She saw Uchiha Qiye looking at her with an inexplicable smile. Boy, it's you, when did you come in? My lord Hokage, I can come in here if I want, you care when I want. Tsunade rolled his eyes at Qiye and hummed. HMPH, my fifth Hokage's room is where you want to come in. No, no, my lord Hokage, do you really think your door can stop me? Look, I'm coming in right now. Hey, I'm going out again. Hey, I'm coming in again. Hokage in the land of your lord, I can travel without hindrance. After Qiye finished speaking, he opened the door of the room and showed Tsunade a demonstration. That proud look, not to mention how cheap. Cut, don't be complacent, kid, I'll close the door a little tighter next time and see how you come in. Tsunade pouted and raised his eyebrows, looking very cute. The conversation between the two was very much like a flirtation between a young couple. Qiye also stopped having fun. Well, it's about time to come in. Tsunade looked up at the window. What, it's been such a long time, ah. Tsunade stretched his slender arms and let out a long yawn. Qiye, have everything been resolved? Well, it's all settled. There is no threat to Konoha in the ninja world anymore. Similarly, Mist Shinobi, Sand Shinobi, Rock Shinobi did not threaten the existence of these three major ninja villages. Peace, tisk tisk, Qiye little devil, it really belongs to you. In Tsunade's view, this peace was almost forged by Uchiha Qiye. Of course, the general environment is peaceful, and local petty fights and frictions are inevitable. Because there is no absolute peace at all. If there really is a dream, let's use infinite Tsukuyomi to make people all over the world dream. No false peace. There is good and there must be evil, and there is no absolute justice, let alone peace. In Tsunade's eyes, Uchiha Qiye is a god, an omnipotent being. Sage of Six Paths has been called a god-like existence by the world. And Qiye has dealt with an enemy even tougher than Sage of Six Paths. What kind of existence is that? Above God. Uchiha Qiye briefly told Tsunade about Otsutsuki style things. First there is the peach form, then there is the one form. Tsunade's heart was already calm. To her surprise, this Otsutsuki style can endure on Earth for thousands of years, which is really the ultimate. Alala Tsunade patted his red lips and yawned. Having slept for so long, it was time to get up. He stood up and showed his graceful figure. In front of Uchiha Qiye, there is nothing to hide. Looking at Kai's straight eyes, Tsunade's mouth showed a sly smile. Little devil, what are you looking at? After getting dressed, Tsunade was immediately serious. Now the ninja world has entered a new stage. My lord Qiye, what do you think? This voice, Lord Qiye, is heart-wrenching. Chapter 310. Advertisement. Such a cute little sister, how can you bear to do it? Kaguya is cute and cute. But the strength is really strong. Just ask the whole ninja world, who can suppress Kaguya? In the world, there is only Uchiha Qiye. Why, my Hokage-sama, are you jealous? HMPH, who's jealous? How can I eat my Kaguya sister's jealousy? Tsunade snorted softly and turned his head to the side. Such a lovely and beautiful Kaguya sister, Tsunade loves her too late. Kaguya knelt on the floor quietly after a wonderful dance, watching Uchiha Qiye and Tsunade seriously. It looked like it was asking Tsunade and Qiye to comment. Uchiha Qiye. Yes, Kaguya, your dance is very good, you have the talent, maybe you can take the C position. Tsunade. Sister Kaguya, you are not only beautiful, but also dance well. My sister likes you very much. Although Kaguya didn't quite understand what Uchiha Qiye meant, she knew that Qiye was complimenting her. Thank you Qiye-sama, Tsunade's sister's guidance, the concubine will work harder. It was getting dark, and Kaguya still had the habit of sitting in front of the house and watching the bright moon in the sky. Sister Tsunade, can you accompany Mr. Qiye with me tonight? I believe Mr. Qiye will like it very much. Together. Naive, Kaguya, you are so naive. Tsunade thought that Qiye would definitely like that kid, but for so long, she only accompanied Uchiha Qiye with Shizune. Old monsters like Kaguya who have lived for thousands of years, little beauty, Tsunade likes it very much. Sister Kaguya, it's just the two of us sleeping tonight, don't let him in. Kaguya nodded seriously. Okay, 2, it's getting late, shouldn't it be time to rest? Uchiha Qiye called inside. With a bang, Tsunade and Kaguya slipped directly into the bedroom, locking the door by the way. The Tsunade inside also declared his sovereignty by the way. Boy, Sister Kaguya will accompany me, you can sleep alone. Uchiha Qiye outside gave a wry smile, it was easy for him to get in without breaking the door. But forget it tonight, Qiye intends to let the two of them have a good chat. Hash plus hash equals. After an unknown amount of time, Tsunade and Kaguya in the room were still talking softly. Sister Tsunade, it seems that Qiye-sama really won't come? Hey, isn't it? I haven't seen any movement from that guy for so long. Tsunade said this before, but he still thought that Qiye would be able to come in. With Uchiha Kai's ability, a door is nothing, and she still has some vague hopes that Qiye will break through the door and force her in. Both Tsunade and Kaguya paced to the door, barefooted. Opened the door but found no figure of Uchiha Qiye. Sister Tsunade, where did Mr. Qiye go? Sister, I don't know either. Tsunade flicked Kaguya's cheek with his fingertips. Let's rest and leave him alone. Uchiha Qiye was wandering the streets of Konoha. It was midnight now. In the huge Konoha village, in addition to the streetlights, only a few households have lights on. Walking, Qiye could meet a few ninjas on duty. Seeing Qiye, the Hokage advisor, these ninjas on duty were very excited, and felt that they had been beaten again, full of motivation. Greeted vigorously. Hello, Mr. Qiye. Hello, Mr. Qiye. In the hearts of Konoha's ninjas, Uchiha Qiye is the savior. Not only save Konoha, but also save the world. Advertisement. At that time, the images of the sky and the scene of Qiye fighting Ten Tails Jinchuriki were still vivid in their minds. Fighting at this level is not something that ninjas like them can intervene in. Uchiha Kai's strength completely conquered them. Bored, Qiye came to Konoha village outside. Not long after I came out, suddenly, countless shuriken flew towards him. Oh, it's for me. Qiye smiled playfully, and with a flick of his finger, the shuriken kunai and so on were all bounced off. Shinra Tianzheng is so useful. He had already sensed that a few chakras were sneaking around here, and he also sensed their malice. Uchiha Qiye, you are finally out. Several crooked ninjas jumped out of the dark jungle. There were 5 people in total, and they were all runaway ninjas from small villages. That's right, these guys are here to trouble Qiye. They wanted to go directly into Konoha to find Qiye, but because Konoha's defense was too strong, they couldn't get in at all. So they could only wait outside, wait, and finally wait until Uchiha Qiye came out. They are from different countries and they are all runaway ninjas. Coming together due to a common belief, the purpose of these fugitive ninjas is to destroy the great demon king Uchiha Qiye. They hate Uchiha Qiye. They hate it. Why? Why did Uchiha Qiye stop Infinite Tsukuyomi? They are desperate for this world. Such a world is not worth their lives at all. These people all think so. The fault is not themselves, but the world. How they hoped that Uchiha Obito's Infinite Tsukuyomi would succeed. In this way, it is possible to live in a perfect world, without hatred, without suffering, and only in a world of happiness. However, such a sweet dream was shattered by Uchiha Qiye. For this, these people must pay the price of Uchiha Qiye. It was Uchiha Qiye who destroyed the dreams of their group. Even if the strength is disparate, they are not afraid at all. The birds are getting bigger, and there are all kinds of woods. They are such woods, no, they are such birds. It was Uchiha Qiye who made them live in this desperate world, and they had to respond to it. Therefore, no matter which world, there is no shortage of NC and NT. Brothers, kill him and give us a world of infinite Tsukuyomi. As soon as the order was given, the 5 of them rushed up. 2 of the 5 were still Jonin, and the other 3 were Chunin. But in front of Uchiha Qiye, it was a matter of eyes. Amaterasu. Swish, the 5 people who rushed over were instantly covered by black flames. A scream followed, and not long after that, happy smiles appeared on the faces of these people. After a few breaths, under the burning of black flames, these people turned into rubble. That's right, they're here to die. If you die, you might be able to go to that world. These people wanted to kill each other, but they thought it was boring, and they had to die in the hands of Uchiha Qiye before they could die properly. Qiye clapped his hands. For such a schizophrenic, his emotions did not fluctuate in the slightest. After all, there are too many people with peculiar brain circuits in this world. It was late at night. Qiye thought about it. It was time to find a place to sleep. Tisk tisk. I don't know how Miss Shinobi is now, just go there. Did Uchiha Qiye go to Miss Shinobi? Definitely not. He went to Terumi Mei's house. Chapter 311 Advertisement. The Land of Water, Kirigakure. Terumi Mei lives alone in a spacious house. There is no way. They are Mizukage, and the place where they live must be high-end and elegant. This is also what Terumi Mei deserves. She keeps Kirigakure in good order, so what if she lives better? Others didn't have any complaints about it, and even if they did, they just dared to complain. In this village, Terumi Mei is the boss. At this time, Terumi Mei was sitting by the window in a nightgown and admiring the white moonlight. Now the 4 great ninja villages are integrated, and they all obey Konoha's orders. There will be no wars between the 4 major countries of wind, fire, water, and soil, as for the petty fights of those small countries and small villages. If they are not involved, they can basically be ignored, and who can guarantee absolute peace? No. Mist Shinobi's policy of closed villages is a thing of the past. Today's Kirigakure, the economy is developing quite rapidly. People have money in Kabuto, and their quality of life improves. It all starts with that man, because it was the man who saved Kirigakure. Terumi Mei saw the full moon in the sky, and Uchiha Kai's figure appeared on it. He muttered to himself, Master Qiye, as soon as Mist Shinobi says goodbye, will you forget me? No, how can I forget, I'm not here. Terumi Mei's eyes widened, the voice was both familiar and unfamiliar. Can't be wrong, it's the one Terumi Mei thinks about day and night. Looking back, Terumi Mei saw that Uchiha Qiye was looking at her with a smile. Master Qiye, it's really you, I didn't dream. Uchiha Qiye stepped forward and flicked her forehead. Does it hurt? It's not a dream. Happiness came too suddenly. Terumi Mei stood up and took Uchiha Qiye into her arms. It was so tight that Qiye could hardly breathe. After a while, Terumi Mei seemed to realize her gaffe, and immediately took it back, embarrassed and smiled. Unlike Tsunade, Terumi Mei can express her emotions easily. Ahem, Mr. Qiye, I was just trying to see if this is a dream. It seems that it is not. Has nothing happened to Mist Shinobi recently? It's okay, thanks to Lord Qiye for helping me settle the civil unrest in Mist Shinobi. I'm just guiding the village to a normal path. Uchiha Qiye and Terumi Mei had a simple chat. In the middle of the night, Dangtang Mizukage also prepared tea and various snacks for Qiye. Looking at Uchiha Qiye, Terumi Mei's face was slightly resentful. Master Qiye, you haven't come to see me for so long, you're just accompanying your Hokage. Terumi Mei, obviously jealous. Qiye was very calm, spread his hands, and said solemnly, whether it's Mizukage Hokage, I love it very much, you see, I'm not here tonight, and, recently, I'm dealing with a very powerful enemy, Otsutsuki, family. Uchiha Qiye briefly told Terumi Mei about the Otsutsuki peach style. Terumi Mei was shocked when she heard these Otsutsuki people, her mouth opened wide, not knowing what to say. Thousands of years ago, Otsutsuki, 10 Tails, Sage of 6 Paths, these legendary characters all appeared. Moreover, such an enemy is more terrifying than the previous 10 Tails Jinchuriki Obito. Terumi Mei has seen Qiye and Obito fighting in the sky video. Watching this battle, she and Mizukage held their breath. This is a battle that ordinary people can't participate in. And these people of Otsutsuki are more powerful than Sage of 6 Paths, not to mention 10 Tails Jinchuriki Obito. How thrilling and shocking it must be for Lord Qiye to fight against these characters. Terumi Mei couldn't even imagine the battle scene. Blame it, Uchiha Qiye said his battle with Otsutsuki was intense and exciting, back and forth, and finally defeated his opponent with difficulty. This also made Terumi Mei worried about Uchiha Qiye. But the fact is that he solved it in a few breaths. When I heard Qiye say that there is no existence that can threaten this world, even if there is, the strength of their villages is enough to solve it. There is no enemy qualified to let Uchiha Qiye take a shot. Hearing this, Terumi Mei breathed a sigh of relief. The red lips moved slightly. The prosperity of the ninja world is finally coming. I don't know how many cups of tea Qiye had to go to the toilet. Advertisement. Terumi Mei glanced out the window. It was late at night. Master Qiye, are you not going back to Konoha tonight? Well, I won't go back. Not only I won't go back, but I have to stay here for a few more days. You Mizukage won't have any opinions, will you? How could it be? Master Qiye will be fine if he stays there forever. How could Qiye go back so late? After all, he didn't come here to drink tea. Suddenly, a rough arm wrapped around Terumi Mei's slender waist. My lord Mizukage, it's so late, shouldn't it be time to rest? Terumi Mei's big, smart eyes swirled in their sockets. The night has not yet passed, even if there are only a few hours left, I still have to sleep. These days, Uchiha Qiye is in Kirigakure. Compared with Tsunade, Kaguya, Terumi Mei is more active in taking care of her and is more willing to cooperate with Kai's will. On a high mountain in Kirigakure, there is a panoramic view of Mist Shinobi. Master Qiye, the view of Kirigakure is not bad. Standing here, it does have the meaning of seeing the small mountains. Compared with Konoha, this is a different mood. Well, it's shrouded in thick fog, and there is such a sense of mystery, it's really beautiful. Uchiha Qiye smiled and replied softly, Fire Nation, Konoha Village, Hokage Office. Shizune, do you know where the advisor went? Lord Tsunade, I have sent people to look for it. It has been several days, and the village has been searched all over the village, but there is still no news from Lord Qiye. Shizune stroked the dolphin in his arms and continued. Master Tsunade ordered me to send it to other villages yesterday. If there is a situation, other villages will send news immediately. Cut, Tsunade pouted, wondering where this guy has gone. After all, he is a consultant and has his own job. Tsunade thought about it, didn't Qiye sleep with her and Kaguya's sister that day? Impossible, Tsunade himself said, and with Uchiha Kai's ability, it was easy to force his way in. She didn't think Uchiha Kai's face was so thin that she would be shy, she must have gone outside to fool around. Suddenly, Anbu's ninja hurried in from outside. Master Hokage, there is news from Master Qiye. Oh, where? Hearing Kai's news, Tsunade's eyes lit up and asked immediately. Master Qiye is in Kirigakure, he should be inspecting the work of Mist Shinobi. Master Qiye is really attentive. Inspection, this guy went to inspect work. Tsunade can't believe it. Must have been fooling around with Mizukage, yes, it must be. Thinking of this, Tsunade immediately put down the document in his hand and put on a cloak with gambling characters on it. Shizune, I'll leave the affairs to you these days, I'll go out. Master Tsunade, you. Before Tsunade could finish speaking, the door slammed shut. Shizune froze in place. With Shizune's knowledge of Tsunade, it's definitely Mist Shinobi. Sigh. Hey, Mr. Qiye, you can have some snacks. In Mist Shinobi's Qiye, Terumi Mei, a Mizukage, is waiting for me, and my life is so moisturizing. Until one day, the patrolling Mist Shinobi ninja told Terumi Mei. Master 5th generation, Master Hokage is here. Hokage is coming? Terumi Mei was stunned for a moment, then seemed to think of something. He looked up and down at Uchiha Qiye who was beside him, and smiled. Master Qiye, Hokage is not here to catch that. Chapter 312. Advertisement ahem, what are you catching? Hokage came here because he missed me, understand, Xiao Jiaomei. Understood, Master Qiye, I also want to meet the legendary Sanin, the princess of Konoha, and Master Tsunade. Qiye didn't expect Tsunade to come to Mist Shinobi, the village should be handed over to Shizune. Alas, Tsunade is so desperate for this damn charm. Kirigakure, Mist Shinobi ninja greet Tsunade respectfully. Lord Hokage. Lord Hokage. Konoha is in charge of 3 hidden villages, Mist Shinobi, Sand Shinobi, and Rock Shinobi. The status of Tsunade Hokage is above Mizukage, Tsuchikage, and Kazekage. Even if these shadows see Tsunade, they should be called Lord Hokage, or Lord Tsunade. One of the Mist Shinobi Jonin came forward and asked Tsunade. Lord Hokage, is there something wrong with your coming to Kirigakure? I'm going to report to Mizukage-sama right away? Where's Mizukage? Tsunade didn't look at the man and asked indifferently. Mizukage-sama is in the Mizukage building. Tsunade nodded and moved on. Seeing this, that Mist Shinobi Jonin didn't know what to say. With fine sweat on his cheeks, he was completely taken aback by Tsunade's aura. It was only when he got closer that he noticed that when he looked at Tsunade's expressionless face just now, it became very difficult to breathe. This is the legendary Sanin, Konoha's 5th Hokage, what kind of momentum is that? Call, after seeing Tsunade leave, everyone came forward one after another. Hey, Totsukaku, Lord Hokage's aura is so strong, we can feel it from a distance. Yeah, Shizuo-senpai, only an elite Jonin like you would dare to speak up. Lord Hokage's expression is so serious, it won't be a big deal, right? Konoha's policy towards our Mist Shinobi has always been very good, I hope there will be no surprises. Hey, what are you guessing? It should be nothing, you have to trust Hokage-sama, and also our 5th Mizukage Terumi-sama. Well, Tsunade-sama must have come to inspect our Mist Shinobi work, let's see, now our Mist Shinobi is developing quite rapidly. Mist Shinobi Jonin, named Totsukaku, immediately banned them from talking and returned to their respective posts. Da. Inside Mizukage's office, the sound of high heels rubbing against the ground can be heard outside the door. The sound was regular and rhythmic, there was no mistake, Tsunade was slowly approaching. Arriving at the door of Mizukage's office, Tsunade opened the door and glanced around. There are only 2 people in the huge office, Terumi Mei and Uchiha Qiye. Terumi Mei sat on the Mizukage seat and looked at the documents, while Uchiha Qiye lay on the sofa beside him and looked out the window. Cut, Tsunade was a little disappointed, she thought she would see a beautiful scene. It seems that she thinks too much and imagines herself as Terumi Mei. Seeing Tsunade's appearance, Terumi Mei stood up immediately and greeted him warmly. Hey, Lord Hokage. Why are you here? Are you here to inspect the work of our Mist Shinobi? Why didn't you send someone to let me know in advance, so I'm ready? Cough cough. Tsunade coughed dryly, but did not speak. I'll take a look at that kid and see if he's been drained by you. Terumi Mei. Uchiha Qiye. Tsunade didn't even speak, but when he opened his mouth, it was a thunderstorm, and he didn't shy away from it. Advertisement Terumi Mei didn't know what to say for a while. Tsunade ignored Terumi Mei, came to Uchiha Kai's side, and glanced up and down. The complexion is ruddy and the spirit is full. This is not the appearance of being squeezed dry, this is obviously to enjoy life. Master Qiye, you have a good life here. The word, adult. Tsunade deliberately emphasized his tone. Qiye put on a blank look. Hey, Hokage-sama, what are you doing here? Terumi Mei's beautiful eyes looked at Tsunade and then at Uchiha Qiye. Don't worry, Lord Tsunade, I can't handle Qiye-kun alone. If you stay with me, we might be able to fight together. Terumi Mei winked fascinated ly. There is, murderous. This is definitely, murderous. Tsunade murmured in his heart. Grab a man with an old lady, Terumi Mei, you are still a little tender. He ignored Terumi Mei and grabbed Kai's arm and rubbed against him. Kie-kun, you're Konoha's advisor. You've had enough fun outside, it's time to go back. There are still things in the village waiting for you to deal with, as well as Sister Kaguya. Tsunade, who was cold and noble before, is now tender and tender. Oh, woman, really can act. Even in acting, Kie has never seen Tsunade like this. Master Kie, didn't you say that you will stay here for a while? Miss Shinobi still has many important things for you to decide. In this regard, Terumi Mei also did not show weakness. Uchiha Qiye is Hokage advisor, and Terumi Mei, Mizukage's superior. They are also fully involved in the internal affairs of Miss Shinobi. Mizukage, Miss Shinobi is enough for you alone. Tsunade frowned slightly, his gray-yellow pupils staring at Terumi Mei. Terumi Mei was also not to be outdone, her big blue eyes staring at Tsunade. The eyes of the two looked at each other, and dazzling sparks rubbed in the air. Tsunade. I have long heard that Miss Shinobi's fifth Mizukage is a beautiful woman who is not only powerful, but also an older leftover girl. When I see it today, it really lives up to its reputation. One of the legendary Sannin, Princess Konoha with the name of the medical saint. It's the first time I've seen her as a girl in her 50s, as expected of Hokage, at 6'6". Terumi Mei supported a strand of hair and faced Tsunade without any stage fright. It's a battle between women. The faces of the two gradually began to distort, covered with black lines. Old leftover women are Terumi Mei's taboo words, and age is Tsunade's taboo. At this moment, both of them touched the bottom line of both sides. Click, click, Tsunade is already gearing up. I heard that Terumi Mei has a variety of bloodline limits. I want to ask for advice today. My little sister also wants to experience Tsunade's unparalleled power. Tsunade and Terumi Mei competed against each other. No one lost the momentum. Uchiha Qiye completely ignored. Don't listen to this sister. The sister's cry is so affectionate, but it actually hides a huge, killing intent. Sister Tsunade, this is not a place to learn from each other, but dare to go to a suitable place with me. This is my sister's territory, so please trouble my sister to find an open space. There was a raging fire around Tsunade, and similarly, there was the sound of waves around Terumi Mei. The two are destined to be incompatible, bang bang. As soon as they moved, Terumi Mei and Tsunade turned into a cloud of white smoke. Mizukage vs Hokage. This is the battle between the two strongest women in the world except Kaguya. How could Kie miss such a grand scene, and followed him in a hurry? Chapter 313. Advertisement outside Kirigakure in an open meadow. Blue sky and white clouds, and the sound of waves can be heard. On one side is the endless sea, surging waves crashing against the cliffs. The sound of nature is so captivating. On the grass, stood two extremely arrogant women, Tsunade and Terumi Mei. The two of them can rub strong sparks just by looking at each other, and this battle is unavoidable. They have completely ignored the existence of Uchiha Qiye. Also a woman, with the determination not to lose, she gambled on the title of the movie. Tsunade knows Terumi Mei's strength, has many bloodline boundaries, and is also good at water style. This is her home court, and the sea is on the side. Terumi Mei also knew Tsunade. How could a woman called Sannin by the demigod Hanzo of the Salamander be weak in the Second Ninja War? Possesses the strongest medical ninjutsu in the ninja world, with unparalleled power. In the eyes of the two, both are roles that cannot be underestimated. Even if you bet on the title of movie, you must not lose. So is Tsunade, so is Terumi Mei. As the saying goes, the first level official crushes people to death, but Tsunade doesn't use the identity of Hokage to crush Terumi Mei. What she wanted was an upright battle. She wanted to convince the woman in front of her, Terumi Mei, to lose, and then win back that man. Terumi Mei, for her own happiness, she must not lose. The two faced each other on the field for a long time without speaking. Swish swish, the mighty chakra poured out of them, and the surrounding trees and grass fell backwards in an instant. At this time, the silence was better than the sound, and Tsunade was the first to shoot. Shish, throwing two shuriken directly to Terumi Mei. Shuriken Shadow Clone Technique. This is third Hokage's specialty ninjutsu. As a Hokage, Tsunade knows more than magic and medical ninjutsu. The shuriken instantly transformed into hundreds of pieces and flew towards Terumi Mei, and they were all real. Shuriken, Hokage, are you underestimating me? Terumi Mei frowned slightly and muttered softly. From the sea, a giant water dragon swirled around, covering Terumi Mei. Ding ding ding, there. The shuriken flew to the water dragon, the speed dropped instantly, and it merged into the water dragon. The giant water dragon roared in the sky and rushed directly towards Tsunade. This is no ordinary water dragon bomb technique. The size of this water dragon is dozens of times larger than the ordinary water dragon bomb. Qiye, who was watching the battle, immediately became interested. It seems that Terumi Mei's chakra is quite rich. This ability must be attributed to Uchiha Qiye. Looking at the giant water dragon, Tsunade's heart ignited with a burning desire to fight. Boom, a punch hit the ground, and the ground beneath his feet instantly produced several deep cracks that stretched for tens of kilometers. Wow lala, a large amount of seawater flows into the ravine. Earthbreaker, Tsunade is also. In this way, this piece of land will be destroyed by them. Tsunade directly grabbed a giant clod and threw it into the sky. The giant clod collided with the water dragon and exploded in the air. Splashes of water and clods splashed all over the place. In a simple round of fights, both of them understand the strength of the other. Evenly matched. But Qiye knew that the two of them had yet to show their cards. Sister Terumi Mei, your strength is very good, as expected of Mist Shinobi's Mizukage. Sister Tsunade, you are amazing too. The two were fighting and complimenting each other. Touted to touted, the competitive spirit in each other's hearts, no one loses. Earthbreaker Tsunade is on her way, and she will use her strengths to engage Terumi Mei in a physical battle. A few instant techniques arrived in front of Terumi Mei's face. With a combined punch, Terumi Mei couldn't resist. A pure physical attack, Terumi Mei is Tsunade's opponent. If you get hit by Tsunade's fist, you will die or be maimed. Advertisement. Thinking of this, Terumi Mei tried her best to avoid Tsunade's attack, keeping her distance. Boil style, Chaowu technique. Shish, suddenly, Terumi Mei isolated herself from Tsunade by spitting out a boiling acid mist from her mouth. This boil style can even melt Susanoo. Tsunade can only stay out of the limelight. This woman has finally used ninjutsu beyond the limits of bloodline, Tsunade smiled triumphantly, and in a way she had the upper hand. Lava style. But right now, she can't be careless, Terumi Mei's attacks are coming one after another. Wood style. Wood pillar shape. Suddenly, a wooden stake grew under Tsunade's feet and sent her to a height of tens of meters, dodging Terumi Mei's attacks one by one. Wood style. This woman actually knows wood style? Terumi Mei was surprised to see Tsunade use wood style. There is no such thing as wood style in Tsunade's information. Terumi Mei was relieved to think that Tsunade was first Hokage's granddaughter. Neither acid mist nor lava style can completely dissolve the stakes under Tsunade's feet. Part of it corroded, and the stake healed quickly again. This is the regenerative power of Tsunade. As the battle progressed to this point, Tsunade had the upper hand. Tsunade in the sky looked down at Terumi Mei with a playful smile. Sister Terumi Mei, next, you have to be serious. Wood style, wooden golem jutsu. Tsunade didn't agree and started Gundam. Uchiha Qiye slept with Tsunade for so long, Tsunade's wood style ability has surpassed Senju Hashirama. A wooden golem of dozens of meters appeared in front of Terumi Mei, her face was solemn. Tsunade is strong, but she's not useless as a Mizukage. She had awakened new abilities when she slept with Qiye before, not to mention Kai's company these days. Her abilities are not limited to the eyes. Tsunade and Terumi Mei's strengths can be attributed to Uchiha Qiye. Really, sleep can make you stronger. The current Terumi Mei's chakra has 6 attributes: wind, fire, thunder, water, earth, and yin. Then it's time for her to use a new technique. This move is a fusion of 6 attributes, and its power is far above Otsutsuki's dust escape. Even Naruto, who got the power of immortals in the later stage, has only 6 types of chakra. Even the dust of Otsutsuki is nothing but a fusion of the 3 chakra attributes of wind, fire and earth. With the fusion of the 3 attributes alone, dust escape can separate the enemy into an atomic state and wipe them away. It's enough to see how powerful it is. Now Terumi Mei has stood on the top of the list. Terumi Mei's move, but the fusion of the 6 attributes, is far more powerful than the dust. She called it Mist Desolation. It was named after her own Kirigakure. Slap! I saw Terumi Mei put her hands together. The thick fog swirled into a huge tornado, and with a bang, the tornado exploded. Wherever the fog goes, no grass grows, the whole place here will be turned into desolation. The huge wooden golem turned to dust in an instant. Big is just a body size, which makes people look intimidating. Terumi Mei's fancy is the power. The power of this trick alone has reached the level of 6 paths. The fog cleared, and Tsunade was still standing there. It doesn't look very good. There are signs of decay on the skin all over the body, but it is healing at a speed visible to the naked eye. The 100 healings mark on the forehead is already visible. With Uchiha Qiye, Tsunade's powers of healing and regeneration are far greater than ever. If she hadn't met Uchiha Qiye, she wouldn't have been able to touch Terumi Mei's fog just with her previous regeneration ability. In the end, she will turn to dust like her wooden golem. But the current Tsunade is enough to heal under the mist of Terumi Mei, but it consumes a lot of its chakra. Of course, this is all in the master of Uchiha Qiye. Qiye will not let these two women suffer any harm. Chapter 314 Advertisement. The battle between Tsunade and Terumi Mei was so intense that they both went into a state of ecstasy. Of course, all this is in Uchiha Kai's master, he will not let these two women get hurt. At this time, the ground beneath Terumi Mei and Tsunade's feet was already torn apart, and both of them were breathing rapidly. That's why Tsunade can take over Terumi Mei's misty deserted desert, which would have been lost long ago if it was replaced by others. It can be seen that the battle between the two is absolutely ruthless. Terumi Mei was shocked, she never thought that Tsunade would be able to take over her trick. In the entire ninja world, the only person Terumi Mei can think of who can take over her move is Uchiha Qiye. Tsunade's heart is also terrified, she has a certain understanding of Terumi Mei. It stands to reason that Terumi Mei should only have two kinds of blood following the limit, lava style and boil style. Never thought that she still has such a powerful ninjutsu, the fusion of the 6 attributes has far surpassed Onoji's dust escape. Damn it, how did this woman become so strong? These are the thoughts of Tsunade and Terumi Mei, and they are surprisingly consistent. That's why they only remembered that man now. Tsunade. This little b*** Qiye must have made her stronger by sleeping with this woman Terumi Mei. Terumi Mei. Master Qiye is with Hokage, that makes her so strong. The self-healing regeneration ability just now consumed a lot of Tsunade's chakra. The same is true for Terumi Mei, and her chakra is also a huge drain on using mist. The next question is who has more chakra and stamina. As soon as they thought of Uchiha Qiye, they both felt that this battle must not be lost. Tsunade took a deep breath, she hadn't shown her full strength yet. With a snap, the two palms came together, and the lines of the 100 healings mark on Tsunade's face changed again, becoming incomparably gorgeous. Bang bang, masses of pale blue chakra poured out of Tsunade. At this moment, Terumi Mei was completely taken aback. How is it possible? How can this woman have such a majestic chakra? It's a world of bloodlines after all, and Tsunade is the granddaughter of first Hokage Senju Hashirama anyway. After the development of Uchiha Qiye, Tsunade already has sage body. In this world, apart from Uchiha Qiye and Otsutsuki Kaguya, no one can surpass Tsunade in terms of chakra alone. Seeing Terumi Mei's shocked expression, Tsunade smiled jokingly. Sister Terumi Mei, you will be desperate next time. Wood style, true several thousand hands. Wow lala. The earth is shaking at this moment. Tsunade's true several thousand hands Avalokitesvara is several times bigger than Hashirama's. This is the largest Gundam to date. One fingertip can probably fly 9 tails. The battle between Tsunade and Terumi Mei is completely ecstasy. With the power of the true several thousand hands of Tsunade, it will definitely spread to Kirigakure. Tisk tisk, women fight without considering the consequences. Qiye sighed helplessly, snapped his fingers. The three came to Kaguya's gravity space. Uchiha Qiye also deliberately changed the gravity here, so that the gravity here reaches a normal state. The appearance of Tsunade true several thousand hands also shocked the whole Kirigakure. Many villagers in Mist Shinobi and ninjas saw this amazing thing. Such behemoths can destroy the world with just a few gestures. But it was just a moment, and in the blink of an eye, the behemoth disappeared from their eyes. In the gravitational space, Tsunade and Terumi Mei have completely ignored the situation around them. In the face of such behemoths, Terumi Mei has been defeated. Advertisement. She knew that she couldn't match Tsunade in front of her. Even if he used all his remaining strength to use the fog to escape the desolation, he couldn't do it. Stop. A loud voice came from the space, and the figure of Uchiha Qiye stood between Tsunade and Terumi Mei. The two came back to their senses in an instant. Tsunade. This kid. Terumi Mei. Master Qiye. With a flick of Uchiha Kai's finger, Tsunade's huge true several thousand hands disappeared instantly. Tsunade fell from the height of 10,000 meters. Qiye caught Tsunade, his eyes moved slightly, and he carried Princess Tsunade to Terumi Mei's side. Looking at Tsunade in his arms, Qiye kissed. A hand is placed on Terumi Mei's head. For one breath, Qiye released Tsunade and Terumi Mei. The chakra and physical strength consumed by the two previous battles have recovered, and they are full of energy. Tsunade jumped out of Kai's arms and pouted. Terumi Mei on the side also stood up. Sister Tsunade, you won the competition this time, and I am willing to give up. Indeed, the outcome of the battle just now was very clear. Terumi Mei dignified Mizukage is very reasonable. If you lose, you lose. If you lose and don't admit it, that's the saddest thing. She could boldly admit that she lost. Everyone else admitted it so calmly. Tsunade as Hokage is naturally as broad-minded as the sea. Sister Terumi Mei is also very powerful. Her strength has already surpassed the previous Mizukage. the strongest Mizukage is her younger sister. The two of them had starlight in their eyes, and they saw each other late, and they immediately gave a big hug. Uchiha Qiye was ignored again. Co-author with me to help you restore your state, nothing to do with me? Terumi Mei. Tsunade-sama came to our Mist Shinobi today, just stay and let me take care of you. Tsunade. You're welcome, sister, don't be so strict with etiquette, just call me Tsunade. Okay. Tsunade's sister. The two women were chatting happily, and Uchiha Qiye on the side was completely in the air. Cough, have you forgotten? After being reminded by Uchiha Qiye, the two came back to their senses. Hey, where is this boy? Did you make it? Master Qiye, let's go back. It's okay to go back, then tonight, you two can accompany me. Terumi Mei had no objection and nodded. Tsunade naturally agreed in her heart, but she was not forgiving. HMPH, Sister Ming, don't listen to him, don't let him do whatever he wants. Don't let me do whatever I want, Qiye thought. This Tsunade is hard-mouthed and soft-hearted, he must be cured. Snapped, Tsunade and Terumi Mei both knelt down in front of Uchiha Qiye. Nothing, it's because Qiye changed the gravity here. Terumi Mei's heart is bitter, thinking that Qiye-sama, you can deal with Tsunade, how can I be involved? How could Tsunade withstand such gravity? The gravity would increase if she didn't ask for mercy. This time, Tsunade became obedient immediately. My Lord Hokage, do you think I can do whatever I want? At this time, Tsunade was like a well-behaved little sheep, begging bitterly. Alright, Master Qiye, don't press me, my knee can't take it anymore, you can say whatever you want. Okay, let's go back then. Seeing Uchiha Qiye hugging from left to right, the three of them immediately disappeared from this gravitational space. A Hokage, a Mizukage, confuse water and fire, and there is only Uchiha Qiye. Chapter 315. Advertisement. These days, Tsunade lives in Terumi Mei's house. A Hokage, a Mizukage, they get along very well. Uchiha Qiye is sandwiched in the middle and naturally enjoys it very much. In the past few days, Qiye has enjoyed the thrill of water and fire, which is a brand new experience that has never been seen before. This is the joy of the three of them, and when Qiye and Tsunade returned to Konoha, Terumi Mei was still very sad. Master Tsunade, are you and Master Qiye going back so soon? Don't you stay here for a few more days, didn't we have a good time? Tsunade put two slender fingers on Terumi Mei's lips. Shush, Sister Ming, you said you don't need to be so cautious. I will come here often with this kid. You know, this kid's ability goes back and forth very quickly. Well, don't worry, I will definitely manage Mist Shinobi in good order. Uchiha Qiye took Tsunade's hand and winked at Terumi Mei. Then Sister Ming, we will see you in the future. With a bang, Tsunade and Uchiha Qiye turned into a cloud of white smoke. The next second, the two appeared in Konoha's Hokage office. Shizune was overjoyed when he saw Tsunade and Uchiha Qiye returning. There are no big things in the village these days, and Shizune is enough to handle trivial things alone. At 66. In his heart, Shizune has been looking forward to Tsunade and Uchiha Qiye. Now that the two are back, the big stone in her heart has finally been put down. Tsunade stayed at Mist Shinobi for about 10 days, and Shizune's heart was tense for so long. Shizune, how's the situation in the village lately? Master Tsunade, Master Qiye, the village is as usual. The three simply chatted for a while, and the day passed like that. The leaves under the night are brightly lit. Isshin looked out the window, who could make her think so day and night? Naturally it is Uchiha Qiye. The last time she saw Qiye attacking Konoha, Qiye took action to solve the attack of the Peach-style Fairway Jade, and entered the otherworld together with the Peach style. Since then, she has never seen Uchiha Qiye again. Hong Yuhi knew that Otsutsuki's enemies were far from being comparable to the previous ones, but she had unconditional trust in Uchiha Kai's strength. When she knew that Qiye had completely solved the Otsutsuki family, she was happier than anyone else. Hey, thinking of this, Kurenai Yuhi sighed deeply. Qiye-kun, have you really forgotten me? Hong Yuhi knew that she was now in a world different from Uchiha Kai's status. She doesn't ask for anything else, just asks Kai's heart to remember her. Hong, how could I forget you? A familiar and unfamiliar voice came from behind, and Kane Yuhi trembled. Suddenly, a pair of rough and powerful arms embraced her from behind. At this time, she knew that this touch was real. The little heart was pounding, and Uchiha Qiye, who was attached to his back, could feel it. Qiye-kun, I thought you forgot about me. Fool, we will be together from now on. Qiye has really snubbed Yuhika recently. Dealing with Otsutsuki is one thing, and dealing with Terumi Mei and Tsunade at Mist Shinobi is another. In the time he had neglected Yuhiko before, he now has to make up for it. The princess directly hugged Hong Yuhi, making her feel her existence up close. The world is turning and time is passing. The Kingdom of Rain is a small country sandwiched between the Kingdom of Wind, the Kingdom of Earth, and the Kingdom of Fire. Now the three kingdoms are under the rule of Konoha, and it has also helped the Rain Shinobi Village a lot. Rain Shinobi Village is no longer a village that has been reigning year after year. Under the leadership of the Angel Conan, the villagers living here have gained a new peace. Advertisement. Unlike the fears of living under pain, this time it was peace to open up and truly enjoy. On a high minaret in Rain Shinobi Village, Uchiha Qiye looked at this strange and towering building and murmured, "Tisk tisk, Conan, you managed Rain Shinobi Village well. All this is thanks to Lord Qiye. It is Lord Qiye who leads the world to peace. The land of Rain can also enjoy this hard-won peace under the grace of Lord Qiye." When Conan gave everything to Uchiha Qiye, she proved that she was right. Looking at Kai's back, Conan said tenderly, "Master Qiye, are you going back to Konoha today?" Qiye smiled. "I made a special trip to accompany you, don't be in a hurry to return to Konoha." So, Uchiha Qiye and Conan spent a few days in Rain Shinobi Village. Several months have passed, and the Uchiha clan, Azuki Yugon and Otsutsuki Kaguya have been living here. Having met so many good sisters, Kaguya is no longer the little white sweet she used to be. "Shion, do you think Master Qiye will be back tonight?" Shion pursed her lips. "I don't know, why don't we go to Hokage?" So, Kaguya used Wangshen Hirazaka, opened the door of space, and the two came to Tsunade's house. Well, Uchiha Qiye, Tsunade, Shizune are all here. The crowd gathered and Qiye taught them a game. 5 rows of black, had a lot of fun. 5 years later, the world is high in the sky, out of sight. This is a new world, and it is also an otherworld. This is a world built by Uchiha Qiye, about the size of 10 Konoha villages. This is already a very modern little world. Only Uchiha Qiye and his women live here, also known as the Supreme Temple, the real people of heaven. Uchiha Qiye and those who are related to him have become immortal. Azuki Yuyon, Tsunade, Shizune, Otsutsuki Kaguya, Yuhi Hong, Terumi Mei. Yes, and Kai's former mentors Jonin, Mitarashi Anko. However, now they have all changed their surnames. Called Uchiha Yugon, Uchiha Tsunade, Uchiha Shizune, Uchiha Kaguya, Uchiha Red, Uchiha Ming and Uchiha Anko. Kaguya bore Uchiha Qiye 2 sons, Uchiha Gate and Uchiha Yi. Good guy, the combination of Kaguya and Qiye, the bloodlines are just different. Doors and Leaves are born with Rinnegan and can switch to normal eyes. Kaguya was the first to have a child. When the others saw the 2 cuties, they all wanted to have children. Qiye was also helpless. They can go to the world below at any time, everyone's character is different, Qiye respects them. Tsunade has resigned from Hokage, now she just wants to be at ease. Shizune is very interested in Hokage, she is the 6th Hokage. Shizune travels back and forth between the world below and the Supreme Temple. Conan, like Shizune, wants to continue managing Rain Shinobi for a while. Terumi Mei also no longer serves as Mizukage, and lives in the Supreme Temple with the others, and can go to the Nether whenever they want. The ninja world has also entered a new era, although it is not as good as the Supreme Temple. But regardless of the rapid development of technology and economy, the era of ninja will not end, it still exists. No matter how the world develops, ninjas cannot be replaced. In the Supreme Temple, under the courageous gallop of Uchiha Qiye, Tsunade, Terumi Mei and others have children one after another. Originally there was only Qiye in the Uchiha family, but now he is continuing the bloodline of the Uchiha family and carrying it forward. The Supreme Temple will always pay attention to the development of the Nether. New world, people's dreams will not end. The book is over.